So, shall we have a little recap? A little week off we've had. If any sound and stuff's off, just give me a shout. But I think everything is working, so we're ready to go. You have set off. We are over a week into the second week of the journey. A lot has happened, and you have left Redvant sent out to look for a rare ingredient, a diamond mushroom that was being cultivated by the Myconids and would be difficult to find. Given a map by Bo, one of the druids of the elven sect that look after the border forest and are part of the border control. They told you that they were pulling back their services, or told two of you, the two elves, that they were pulling back their services from the border control but not telling Redvant, to fortify Eden, to bring back as many of the elves to the home cities as possible, because whatever was happening in the forest was spreading quickly and more deadly than they had liked, I suppose. So you guys were sent out on a little journey. You made your way out to the river outpost, leaving after a few altercations with some bounty hunters. Getting yourself out, you met with the Red Hoods and kind of turned favour with them, giving them all the information about your previous employers, and went out on a nice little journey. A bit of safe travelling through the borderlands, the marshlands, made your way to the River Haven, the ritualistic sanctuary of one of the borderland families. The Thorns and the kind of Riverkin folk have this sanctuary. You found it, managed to clear the swampy bog monster that had been blighting that area and causing kind of the area to flood and be unusable, unlocking the people that were within. A lovely old lady who I did think you were going to maybe kill, but didn't in the end, called Lariel, who is the elven historian for the kind of the Thorns and the wider border families. She gave you a much better, clearer map of where to go to help you with your journey, pointing you south back towards the edge of the forest, where the forest and the swamp kind of join up. Sent you off on your merry journey, and had given Faywin an artifact to help if you were to bump into another family, another borderland family, to kind of show that you kind of came in peace and that you had been recognised by another member of one of the families. As she did give you the warning, and I will remind you, that yes, they don't always take so kindly to people just coming in, because there's a lot of banditry, and there's a few, and you were told of a few different dangers within the borderlands of this kind of not lawless area, but this kind of free area. It's kind of the largest families take what they need, and you either decide to work together or you steal from others. On your journey down, after you had a nice night's rest, you made your way southward, stopping just before we finished, as you were in a slightly drier part of the swampland. Everything had hardened up. The ground was the stronger root was here, and you'd spotted some turfed up areas of the grassland around you. Arta, leading the charge, had noticed some of the signs, some of the trail markers of that he recognises, that he's been taught and told about, that warn him of danger and warn him of direction, to stay on the right path, which had done you well to this point. This one had been destroyed, so you were unsure as what the trail marker was, but it was kind of leaning you towards. There was a little bit of blood, and off to the side you found a small shoe and a very small hammer, which brought back some memories for Arta. And at this point of light discussion, with a little bit of moving around, the ground shook, and from behind, kind of to the side of Arta, but within your view, this creature had risen out. This large arachnid beast had risen up, purple in nature, and hissed as we had rolled for initiative. I have all your initiative scores here. I need to roll for said beast. Nice. And we will go straight into initiative. So that is your lot. Bang, straight into a fight. So we have the beast as it stands here. It rounds up. Von, I had you just off the horse in front, if you were happy with that. It makes you closer, but from where we got to, that's kind of you had said that's where you would be. Arthur had found his boot over to the side. Corin, you've just jumped off the horse, as you had said, and Faywin, you and Zagar were still mounted as this beast rose.
Am I glued to a horse?
You are glued to a horse, yeah. We're not glued. You can get off when you want, but
we'll ride back.
Right, you're just gonna leave and go. So that is where we are. Straight into, I assume, combat.
How large is this arachnid thing? Is it by any chance giant?
Is it giant? That is the question that nobody wants the answer to but you. Let me just grab the sheet.
It's not giant, it's large.
It will be large. It's a large monstrosity, I believe.
Oh, that was just I was just making a joke, but that's correct. That's even better.
Even better when your jokes turn out to be the truth.
It's grand.
My plan is to have it on this screen with chat so I can look and see, because this is going to be a fun little beast to run. And it won't open on my screen. So, as it rises up, and I explained to the guys before that this is a monster that is taken slightly outside of the monster manual, so there'll be some new mechanics that we introduced with this boss that I don't think we've seen before. Something called a villain action. So that means that this, as an enemy, I'll tell you for this one, and I will never tell you again until it happens, it may have certain resistances that it can do, a limited number of them, and also has certain actions that it can take after one of your actions. So it doesn't necessarily have to wait until its turn to take certain actions. This is a lower level boss to introduce you to it. That is your one warning, and next time it happens, it'll be a surprise to everyone but me. So, up first, actually, you all rolled super good. I have initiative as Von on 19, Corin on 17, Zagar on 14, Faywin on 13, and Arta on 12. So, Von, you are up first. This beast has risen up, and as you can see, these kind of areas of turf that had been like the grass had disappeared, you can see now that these are where this creature has burrowed out, and as it's burrowed out, it's created a similar size, like a good 4 squares, like a 10 across hole that it's come out of, where all the ground underneath it is loose and it's turned up everything. You can see that the spots in which it come out as would look to be semi-solid as they stand now, but you either you're expecting a hole to be left behind, or definitely the terrain around where they pop out is going to be considered difficult terrain. So to throw you straight in, you are up.
Well, I am going to go straight in with thinking that this might be the only time I can actually do some fucking damage for it, because it always gets taken away. Moonbeam. So put my hands up to the sky, look up and chant Ilgiglad, Il-Ifril Nin Nagrolen, and this beam of light travels down from the sky directly into the spider.
What is...
or whatever it is.
It is... let's see if anyone wants to roll anything for it to give you actually what it is. We'll play without knowing what it is until after. Cool, what is the save?
So it's when when it enters the spell for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn there, it has to do a con save.
Con save. Okay.
Yes.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna put. Is it taking 4 squares? Yeah.
It's taking 4 squares. Yeah.
So I guess the back bit near the rear end of the creature.
Oh,
that one.
Right up its ass.
Right, rear-ending my creature. Things. Is it a 4 square across?
It's just 5 foot
It's
radius.
only 5 foot radius. Oh, so it's just 1 circle.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll use a hunter's mark. So the back corner, you want it on its arse.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is the moonbeam on the
Light
butt.
up that ass.
Light that ass up, and it has to make, as it starts, it makes the con save.
On its turn.
On its turn, it makes a con save. Okay, cool.
Yeah. If it passes through or starts
its turn.
in that. Yeah.
Nice. Perfect. Anything else you would like to do? You are quite close to it, but you are free to stay there.
I'm also going to use my bonus action to do starry form archer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, then obviously I get to do the archer attack straight off the bat with that as well.
Yep. Roll your attack.
So 17.
17 hits.
And that is 7 radiant damage.
7 radiant damage. Nice.
And then I'm going to back up towards the back of the horse
Yep, easy enough.
that Zaga's on.
Yep. Round behind it.
If the horse gets frightened, will it kick Bonbon in the face?
Who
I hope
knows?
so.
Not direct. Wow!
I'm on
Wow.
that
Not
horse
directly
as well.
behind it.
You're on different notes. Not direct to the side, or you want to go further back?
just by that little bush.
Yeah, okay.
At the back.
Okay.
Like, I
That
mean,
is
in
right
front,
behind
like-
it,
No, sorry, like the other square along from it,
on the road.
other side.
Other side.
The
you go.
grass side.
Cross side. Perfect.
Yeah.
Corin, you are up. You've jumped off the horse this side here. Quite a fall down on a large beast. We have a chance to do. Saga, you are next.
Do I have a clear shot at the
You
spider?
do not.
Well,
From where you are, you've got the clear shot of 2 horses' asses.
Shame.
You can get up on the rock.
I'll move to where I can get a clear shot.
It's up to you to decide where you want to go. You can go forward, or you can go up onto this mound, this slight hill here, and shoot kind of between.
Is that the difficult terrain mound? Or something?
No. That's just hill. These mounds are just grassy hills. They're fine. They have slight elevation, probably not enough to give you any advantage or additional AC boost. The difficult terrain will mark where this thing moves.
Well, yeah, I'll go up on the mound.
Yeah, nice. So yeah, that was easy enough. It's a 10 foot of movement to get up onto the mound. And that gives you clear sight between the horses at the beast.
That'd be a 19 to hit.
19 hits.
Who's that next to it?
This
Is that
Fabian's
Arthur?
on the horse. Oh, next to the thing is Arthur. He's not next to it though.
No, he's
5
not
foot
next to
away.
it. No, right, okay.
No.
Oh, that's a terrible one. That's going to be 4 points of damage. Piercing.
4 points of piercing damage. Absolutely quaking in its boots. Anything else you would like to do?
Bonus action to hide, I guess.
If you want to
Oh,
hide...
no, I'm not behind anything, am I?
Yeah, you're on a hill, so you could come behind the hill to try and hide, or maybe step off. It'd be a difficult.
I'll move behind the hill to hide.
It would just give you a bit more cover. So yeah, if I did, so you've used 20 odd foot to get back behind the hill. Yeah, give me a stealth check.
That would be a 24.
24, nice. Stealth. Perfect. Zaga, you are up. But before you go, this beast is going to use one of its villain actions straight away. Getting hit twice. It doesn't really like that, not so much. Especially with this moonbeam on it as well. So you see that it kind of rises up. It's like a 6-legged, almost spider-like.
You need to do your con save for it as well.
It's not started. It's go. This is separate. It's initiative.
Oh, this is one of the.
It's one of the things, yeah. So it stands up on its hind legs, and almost like in a. You've seen the way that the not stick insects. Freaking hell! What are the ones with the scythes on their front called?
Praying mantis.
Praying mantis, exactly like a praying mantis, rises up, almost balancing on its back legs and its arse, makes this big display and shrieks out towards you guys. I need everybody to roll a wisdom saving throw, please.
Is this against being frightened?
It is against being frightened.
Okay,
18.
I get advantage on
Okay.
15.
13 for Zaga.
that. 14 for me. Sorry, 13.
Nice.
Wisdom is my specialty.
Yeah.
I got with a +5 8.
So, I mean,
And I've got ketchup on my mic.
oh,
10 out of 10.
that's the real winner. Do we have a fight? So everybody saves apart from Arta, who is frightened of the beast for 1 minute.
So what does that? Does
That-
that mean I have to run away?
You don't have to run away. You just can't move closer.
And can I attack them or not?
You can, but you have disadvantage on ability and attack rolls if you can see the thing.
Okay. Saving throws it is.
Yeah, baby. Nice. So that was its go.
So
the action
if I was to turn his back to the creature, does that count as being seen it? And cast a spell?
But how's he? What? How, you want?
Cast a spell over your
He's going
shoulder.
to cast a spell at someone he can't see. I think a lot of the spells say you have to
Hold
see
the mirror up.
Yeah. Then you'd be looking at it.
Then I get
It's not
more
what you said.
frightened.
He's fucking trying to cheat you already. Maybe he will get eaten today. Nice.
Maybe I cast Fog Cloud.
Zaga, you're up. Yeah, do it. Do it. Because I would enjoy that a lot. Zaga.
The first thing Zaga is going to do is yell at Faywin. Hey, Faywin, be careful. You're not so good with spiders, remember?
Oh, actually, sorry. The first thing, Zaga, you need to do is can you roll an animal handling check, please?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You're on a
Yeah,
horse.
bitch, get off this horse.
That is a grand total of 5.
A 5. You are thrown from the horse.
The horse didn't roll a saving throw.
The horse is spooked. Depending on the horses you had when they come round, depending on that, he throws you back. You will not take a lot, but you'll only take a little bit. You take 2
That's like
points.
3 times his height.
Yeah, exactly. It's fine. You take 2 points of bludgeon damage, falling damage, essentially, from this horse as it spooks and is going to start to run.
Get a horse.
That is left
I'll
you.
deposit!
Roll a no, fuck it. You've fallen off a horse. You're not going to fucking land on your feet. No one's ready for that. So you are prone on the floor. Now you can
I'll start by getting up.
Yep.
Well, the first thing I'm going to do is just to test the waters. I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery at this thing and tell it that I swatted its mama with a rolled up parchment. So can I have a wisdom saving throw from the beast, please?
Can. That is a 15.
15 is a save, but it could hear me. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Don't ruin my moonbeam again.
It's gonna happen.
I can't. I've used an action, so you know. And with that, I will then
Oh, there's friend.
move around the other side of that mound from where Bon is.
Cool. What's your full movement?
30.
30. So you've got 15 left. So yeah, 5, 10. Yeah, you can get back there if you'd like.
I didn't want to go that far, but yeah,
Come on, further forward.
yeah, that'll do.
You don't want to fully run away. Just run away enough.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Nice. Fabian, you are up. You are still mounted. Can you give me an animal handling check, please?
Yes, I got a 13.
Oh, 13.
I'd like to shush the horse as well, just to calm it.
The horse is. Give me a dex. Just give me a dex check. So d20 plus your dex modifier. Oh, what? 10.
Oh, plus.
Plus whatever your dex modifier is.
Oh, I just rolled it and it's 10.
Okay. But you've got. What's your plus the dex?
No, that was.
Oh, that was
That's-
including the dex
yeah.
modifier. Oof.
Yeah.
So you just managed to hold on this, even with the 13. The horse is spooked and getting ready. You don't get bolted off the horse, and with a 10, you manage to maintain on. But you can feel the horse is not settled, even with that check. But you're on it as it is. You managed to, you know, when it's just kind of kicked, and you managed to kind of raise yourself out the saddle, hold, and it's just going down. But you can feel that this horse is ready to move. You either can stay on it, and then next time round try and get it back under control, or you can disembark the horse now. But you, even with that check, you're on, but you don't. Your horse still doesn't feel secure, shall we say?
If I jump off, is that an action?
No, be
Or
part
would
of your
that count
movement.
as movement?
Yes, movement.
Okay, Okay, so before I jump off, I'd
Mhm.
like to cast Ensnaring Strike on the little Spidey.
Yep.
So that's a strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw.
Look at me go, I'm doing a spell.
Did you say let me know I'm doing the spell?
I said, look at me go, I'm doing
Oh.
a spell.
Whichever strength saving.
Yep.
That is a 17. I think that's pretty safe.
What a waste of a spell.
Mm.
Okay. That was my bonus action, by the way, so I'd like
Okay.
to just attack it with my longbow.
Nice. Can you see round the horse's large arse? You should be out from your position here. Nice. Take your attack.
It was 10.
A 10. 10 does not hit. What a waste of an arrow.
I know. In that case, I'd like to jump off the horse
hmm
with my movement
Which way? Towards or away?
away.
hmm
And then can I lead the horse a little bit away from the spider as well?
So you want to try and... Okay, so you want to try and take the horse away from where the...
Yeah, like
thing
I'm
is.
leading him.
Okay, so So what's your full movement?
Uh, 30.
30. Okay, so you lose a bit of scope. Where do you want to go?
Back like 2 more squares diagonally.
Towards the mound.
Away, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
two
yeah.
enough. Cool.
That's fine.
So yeah, you can pull the horse. The horse still doesn't feel necessarily secure, but yeah, pulling it away from the danger, you feel that you can keep this horse, and you've got it by its reins now as well. So it's technically under control.
Yeah. Can horses eat bread? Say one night. Give him a little bit of bread, or
Might shit weird for a
Got
bit.
no polos.
Give it some pan au chocolat.
Yeah.
no? I don't know about chocolate with horses. Anyway, that's all I'd like to do. Thank you.
Perfect. Nice. Arta, you are up. You are frightened. It's a big scary beast.
I've got my hands waving in the air and
Mhm.
I'm screaming, and the horse next to me is just looking at me like I'm a weirdo.
Yep.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to point forwards. How is that only the modifier? Oh, that's right. That's it. When do we get a proficiency buff?
Don't know. Isn't it just part of feats?
What level are we?
3.
With
Three.
third.
Three.
So yeah,
okay,
next.
That's fine. I'm going to point out in front of me.
Yep.
And I'm going to cast Shatter.
Nice.
I'm going to aim near where the like behind the spider.
Okay. How big's Shatter?
10-foot radius,
Okay,
so it shouldn't hit anything
Mm-hmm.
because of that.
If you're at the back, it should be okay. Yeah, it's the big one, isn't it? Yeah, so you want it to go like across the back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Yes, easy enough.
Yep. Cool. And that is a Constitution saving throw, please.
Constitution saving throw.
It's like lightning. No, it's not even lightning, is it? It's just you hear like a click of the what's it called? The mica being snapped, and then you just hear a loud ringing noise
Yeah. Is it?
from that point.
And everyone would hear that around you, right?
Everyone would hear it. Yeah, it goes up to 300 foot, I think.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. So yeah, that shatters out. I rolled a 13.
Meets it. Beats.
Saves it. Is that how it works?
I don't know how it works. I suppose. Meets it, beats it. I guess.
It's meets it, beats it. Yeah. It's just
Is it
reverse,
meets it
isn't
beats it for everything?
It's meets, yeah, meets it,
Just
beats it. It's
attack.
just the general rule. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so 13 is the save. So it takes.
How much shall I give it? 1. 3d8 halved.
Woo. Woo.
Where's my d8s? Ooh, what was that? Oh, something in my piece. Christ. 10 halved, so 5 points.
5 points of
Thunder.
damage.
Thunder?
Yeah.
I should know this by now. Yeah. 5
Yeah.
points of thunder damage,
Nice.
and then I'm gonna turn and run.
Very good. Which direction would you like to turn around? Like
As
the
far
whole
away.
this way.
Yeah, just
Straight.
Like,
What's your full movement? No.
so diagonally away.
So you were diagonally the way you were going. You're like off the board. You remember that? Yeah, you're just on the edge. Nice. That's a full run.
Can I do like Baldur's Gate now and go back to camp?
Unfortunately, not. No. That's not really how it works. I don't think it works mid-game anyway, does it?
That's not all I'm going to do actually.
Oh.
No, it is all I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Make sure I use the spell slot because I don't have anything.
Sure.
Is this moonbeam actually going to hit?
Is it what? The moonbeam, I think, is going to hit. Yeah. Depends. Unless Arthur decides he wants to push me out the moonbeam right now.
I just realised as well. Actually, it's 5 foot radius, so it's the same size as the spider, right?
Yeah. It's this. Yeah, it'd be like the whole square.
It's the whole. So it's the whole spider, not just this arse.
Just give it a nice little tanned booty. Perfect. Arthur, done?
Yeah.
Nice. So it is the beast's turn. So what's the save it needs to make for this moonbeam?
Just
It's a
question.
con save.
Yep. Question?
Yeah, just a question. How do I stop being scared?
It's is it a save again?
Yeah, I think it's
At the end of your turn you can save, so you can roll another check now. I thought it was the end of the bug's turn, but it's the end of your turn, or a minute.
That's a 9.
No, you're still friend. Really don't like bugs. Con save, that is a 16.
That's saved, so it takes half damage.
Ooh. Look at me, I've saved every time. Oh, the dice gods be in my favour right now. Watch me fucking roll ones now, actually.
That's 10 radiant damage.
10 radiant damage on the save as well. Nice. Okay, as the moonbeam finally fires down, you get to see the full, nearly the full power of the moonbeam. As this beast skitters and screeches.
Yeah, it's ghosty flames apparently.
Nice. So the
Searing
weird, the weird purple, almost by lumen colours. You just see this like flame on the back of it as it skitters left and right to try and work out what has attacked its rear end. As it is the beast's turn. Ooh. It is going to. Oh, you're all so split up. Who do I want to eat today? Do-da. It is going to.
Me.
Acid spit, I think. 30-foot long, 5-foot wide line.
The horse is not running away. They're just going to stand there.
The horses aren't up yet.
Ah, okay.
The horses are coming, so I think from there, with a lovely acid spit, I can just about get my 2 friends. I can move to do it, actually.
Hang on, put that ruler back on there. It didn't look like I was in there.
Well, I would move to make sure you're in, don't worry. I've got enough movement to make sure. If he needs to move 1 square over, he can do it. Yeah, and you would be with the drummer sense. Oh, those horses do look tasty. Nice. So he's going to acid spit. So this thing, as you see, skittering left and right, trying to get rid of this flame that's come from nowhere to attack it, clocks the 2 of you there across to its left-hand side as it finished the skittering. As you see its mouth open up, alien style, and spits out this long string of acid. 30-foot long, wide, just dripping on the floor. You hear the grass around starting to singe and burn. Each creature must make a dex saving throw, please.
It's an 18.
18 saves.
And a 24 for me.
Both save. Nicely done. So... Cool. So you manage to you see it coming. This thing is not sly with its attacks as it fires out. Almost surprised at the distance which it gets. You both take 5 points of acid damage as you see the line of acid burning and sticking to the grass. The grass around you just burning off. You feel like potentially you saved yourself being cut. This stuff is sticky and visceral. The stuff that hits you, you manage to get off pretty quick, but you can see where it's stuck to the ground. That if this thing was to come at you again, you feel like that would cover your body. That would be a problem to deal with potentially. But you both take 5 points of acid damage.
Hey guys, don't let this thing jizz on you.
Jizz. Cool. It is going to then use its. This is real difficult. It's going to, you see, after it's fired, that it as quickly as it reared up, it kind of almost goes into like what looks like a roly-poly, like it's going to charge at you, and you realise instead of rolling towards you, it's just rolling back down into its hole as it burrows underneath the ground, and you lose sight of it. But you feel it coming towards you. 15, 20. Obviously, did I just squish his leg? I've just broke his leg, fuck. As this thing scutters, you feel an almost, not Tremors style, but very similar to Tremors style, as Von and Zaga, you wiping the acid off. You see this thing arch and then lean forward, dive dolphin style into the ground, and you see the ground in front shaking towards you in a line. Can you roll another Dex saving throw, please? As this thing burrows up in front of you.
9.
Nice.
6.
Hey, that's more like it. This thing, you see it bumming towards you. After you just wiped the acid off, barely time to react, fires up in front of you, spitting, not spitting, as it's fired, it fires out all the ground and the mud and some of the stronger peaty earth from below. Stinks, actually, as it comes up. It clatters you. You both failed your save, which means you are pushed back 5 foot each, and you are now restrained. As you get pushed back, you kind of get crumpled with rubble, with the rubble of everything that's come out here. Let me just get the exact wording for you. You are restrained, technically. You're going to need to get yourself out of this rubble before you can move, or you're stuck. But at the moment, yeah, you are technically restrained. I can get the exact wording of restrained. So you can't move. Your speed becomes 0. Your attack rolls against creatures attack rolls against you have advantage, and your attack rolls have disadvantage because you are technically restrained. Nice. That is its go. The horses. Seeing this beast, one definitely goes. I forgot to get the horse stat block. No. I think they can go pretty fast. I'm not gonna lie.
I think that horse would be scared and would kick it with its hind legs.
I don't think the horses are like down to fight. I think they're like down to fuck
Is it
off.
They're draft horses, aren't they?
One's a draft and the others are riding. Are they 60? Are they both draft horse 60 as
I
well?
thought they were all draft.
This one's one.
We went for the
definitely
3
draft.
cheap ones, didn't we?
Yeah, one was not quite a draft, but yeah, they were. Is draft?
Oh, okay.
Is draft only 40 or is it still 60?
Draft's 40, yeah.
Oh, okay, it's 40. This one is.
Yeah, draft's 40 and riding is 60.
As one goes, Faywin has hold of the other one, and the horse that you were riding and handled in the first instance very well, Arta, seems almost nonplussed by this. You feel like this horse, whilst it had the limp and the scar, may have seen some shit before and doesn't spook so easily. As we are round to the top, Von, you are up, and then Corin. You are technically restrained, so you can't move.
So I've got to do a strength save to get out of it then, is it?
You can clear it, but you take an action to clear. So you
Okay.
don't have to say, you can get yourself out, but you just have to use an action to clear the rubble off
Yeah,
yourself.
okay, then I'll clear myself out. And then I'm going to take 3 4 steps to the side.
To the left.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not showing anymore. Yep.
And then use my starry form
Nice.
archer attack on it. Oh, fuck. That is a 15.
15 hits.
Fucking hell. That's 3 points of radiant damage.
Ooh.
Rolled a 1 on the damage die.
Nice. You hate to see it. Cut
Yeah.
out the smile. Nice. So that was your action, that was your movement, and your bonus action. Corin, you are up.
Yes.
Zaga on deck.
Where exactly is the spider? Because it's in between sort of 6 squares.
It's here.
Okay, sweet. Okay, so I'll move up onto the mound again.
Mm-hmm.
I will attack the spider with my bow.
Am I next to it this time?
Yeah.
You are. So that'll be a 21 to hit.
Yep, hits.
And that'll be 15 points of piercing.
15. Nice.
I will move back behind the mound,
Mm-hmm.
like south from where I am,
Yep.
and make a roll to hide.
Yep, roll your stuff check.
Ugh, 9.
9. That's real good. Nice. You're good? So Zaga, you're
Yeah,
up.
that's me done. Yeah.
I'm right next to this thing. If I dig myself out and try and move away, it's going to use a reaction to attack me. So I cast Dissonant Whispers. I hum my melody,
Yeah.
which is Mysterious Girl by Peter Andre.
Nice.
Yeah,
Enough to
wisdom
make
saving
anyone run
throw,
away.
please.
Wisdom saving throw. That is a 4.
Yeah,
But
that hits.
I am going to use one of its resistances to succeed. So this thing, as you sing to it, you see the song start to get within its chime as its head starts to move, and then you see it scuttle down and hiss back at you. That's one of its resistances used.
It starts done sniping Andre.
It really loves Mysterious Girl.
Yeah.
It still takes 6 points of whatever. Is that
For half,
psychic
yeah.
damage? Yeah, I rolled 13, so I guess I round down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Nice.
6 points.
6 points done. Nice. This thing is definitely looking bloodied. As that is.
Hey, can you guys kill this thing before it kills me? I'm covered in rubble.
Nice. Faywin, you are up.
So can I stand round the other side of the horse? I kind of want to turn around so that I can see it.
So you roll an animal handling check for me again, just as a free one.
21.
21, nice. So you feel like you've calmed with everything going on and with the horse kind of facing you and away from the battle, that you feel like the horse is calm enough for you to let go of the reins and it won't run.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. And then if I can move closer to the road so that I can see the spider plead.
Yep.
I'm going to try and snaring strike again.
Yep. Is that another save?
Saving throw, yeah, please. Strength.
The gold dice.
Is it a large or larger creature?
It is large.
Okay, so you get advantage on the saving throw.
Ooh. On one of those is a 19 on a dice. It's like a 23. Yeah.
Brilliant. I'll just attack it then because I've got nothing left, Phil.
Yep.
Oh.
Nothing left.
14 to hit.
14 just hits.
Thank God.
Roll your damage.
5 piercing.
5 piercing. Okay. Nice.
Uh,
Anything else?
And then, have I still got movement, right?
You've used 10 foot movement.
I want to move 20 foot away. Just
Back.
go like downwards. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ta.
Nice. Arta, you are up. You are still technically frightened of the beast and quite far away.
I can't reach anything. I can't reach it with anything.
Mhm.
So I'm just going to my turn and do my wisdom saving throw for the frightened.
Nice.
Save the horse.
You could try and take the horse before.
That's a nat 20.
Nat 20. You definitely saved from being frightened. Happy that
I've
you
remembered
wasted
that I'm the hero of this story.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Why am I scared of a bug?
And it looks hurt now, so it's weak.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my turn.
That's your
It
turn.
should look hurt. It lost a leg.
Hey,
Did we
you
get
grow one
damage
back.
off for that? Because the GM made a mistake and broke its leg.
Sorry, what was that?
That was your arrow.
Did you
Your
just say you
arrow
want me
did the
to
damage
add
to its leg.
add health to the monster because I broke his leg? I think I
No.
because I made a mistake in putting in the paint in you. That's it. Health points going up. Funny enough, it's not bloodied anymore. It gained.
Clearly,
Yes,
it was the ghostly flames that burnt the leg off.
You get disability benefits.
Nice. So it is its go. It's not within the moonbeam.
Moonbeam stop now anyway. It's only 1 minute.
Oh, nice. Oh, I just realised I've got another skill that I didn't use. Where's that gold dice gone? It is going to try and bite the delicious-looking kobold in front of it. You hadn't free yourself from the thing, had you? So I get advantage on this,
Nope.
which is really helpful, actually. Oh, it's not that helpful. I rolled a 14.
Ooh, you miss.
Oh, nice. I mean, not nice. Very annoying. And then let me just run my D6 if you want to recharge. Nope. Cool. That's its go. Its bonus action is not going to help it here.
Zaga eats a spider instead.
Oh, I tell you what it's going to do. Oh, is it? Is that sneaky? It is. It's going to burrow. So it goes for the bite, you dodge out of the way, and it dives itself down. You're still restrained. It disappears from sight, and I shall not tell you where it's going.
I was going to do something cool as well.
Yeah, no, that's what I thought you might do, so I thought I'd better hide. Von, you're up. Can you just... what's your passive perception, Von? 11?
Passive perception is 14.
14. As you are stood not too far away from the first burrow hole, you hear, as everything's going on, you've seen it burrow again, you hear to your right, where that first burrow hole was, the sound of like... not the rumbling that you heard before, but the sound of like the land, and you see the kind of the ground depressed slightly and create a hill, and you can kind of attune from that the hole in which it came up from and burrowed into had just closed. So it seems that behind wherever this thing burrows, that it leaves some sort of tunnel behind it, and the first one has just started closing down. So wherever this thing goes, you know that it creates a tunnel, but the tunnel doesn't stay for that long. It's your turn.
Okay. What do I do? Really annoying because I don't know how much I can do while I can't see it.
Free the kobold.
Can I reach the kobold
Kill the
to
kobold.
free the kobold?
Yeah. What's your movement? 35
Yeah.
or 30?
35, yeah.
You'll get there. You'll use 30 to get in there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, to get on the map
Okay.
just away from you.
I will free the kobold.
Nice. The kobold is no longer restrained.
Thanks, Ban.
You're welcome.
And where you are, from that vantage point as well, from where you are, you can see slightly... roll a perception check for me.
That is a 21.
21. You can see from the slight position, after you've cleared the mound and rubble away from Zaga, as you look from this vantage point into the burrow, you can see you can see that at least it started burrowing this way towards the rest of your party.
In which case, I am going to shout out to the rest of the party. Watch out! It looks like he's coming for you guys.
Watch out, beetles about.
Exactly. Watch out, beetles about.
Take my strong hand.
More about. Nice. Corin, you're up next.
I guess I'll just stand up on get up onto the mound again.
Mm-hmm.
And just hold an action with my bow.
Cool. Zaga, you are free. Fabian, you're up next.
I'm free at last. Free at last. I am going to use my bardic inspiration to inspire young Corin over there holding an action with his bow.
Nice.
And, you know, I'm gonna tell him he's a short king to inspire him.
Tag Zaga.
So he's a short king. Stay where you are.
I'm gonna move towards the horse that's just chilling and doesn't really give a shit about the big ass spider.
So if you have to go, so that area in which you move, let me put the thing down. So essentially, that area is now difficult terrain. So you can, which means it's double movement to get through. So how would you go round? How many you got? 20, 25?
30 is my
30.
movement.
Okay, you can get right up to the horse then. Yeah, even if you went around it.
I just want to stay out of range of its hoofs in case it decides to kick me in the face.
Yeah, cool. You can stay to the side of its hindquarters.
Is the inspiration a D6 or D8?
It's a D6. Where's it gone?
Yeah, to attack
D6
rolls.
for an attack roll or saving throw. Also, for any spell that restores or deals damage.
Sorry.
Sweet.
Yeah, so you
Fabian.
can use it for magic damage or healing as well as the attack roll.
Fabian, you're up.
Is he still underground?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Might want to move the horse there, Fabian.
Yes. Yeah. Can I take the horse and lead it a bit further out, like away,
Which way's away?
down?
Down?
Mhm.
So yeah.
Yeah,
so,
where your little finger was.
so what's your... So you got 35?
30.
30. So you can only take it because you're dragging it. Essentially, you can take it 15.
It does like me though, so
It does like
it
you,
goes.
but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can walk it. It's just you're having to walk the horse, which it doesn't just trot along, unfortunately. If only it
And
would.
then, can I use my history check to find out more about this little shitty spider?
Yeah. Wow, shitty
If I've read it.
spider.
Oh. 8.
An 8.
He's horrible, isn't he?
Looks
I
like
can't
a
even
shitty,
see him anymore.
Looks like a shitty spider.
Hmm.
8's not very good.
No.
You know it's not.
I'm
you know
all
it's
a
not spider.
fluster.
At least. Yeah. It's not spider, but other than that, no, this is not something that you can recall in this moment.
Anything else?
Arta, you are. Oh, did I? I moved the horses once, right? Did I not move the horses again?
No, I didn't.
Oh, this one was gone. Full gallop. Arta, you're up.
In my new brave state, I'm gonna move back to where I was before.
Nice.
And as I'm walking over, I'm like, just you know, letting out some emotions. You know, I'm a very emotional person. And then I kind of look around. I'm like, where'd the spider go? Not noticing given my frightened state and the horse's arse in the way.
Yeah. Yeah, there's nowhere to be seen. But yeah, you are back where you were. I mean, you have your action to move it further if you would like.
How's Zaga looking?
Pretty healthy, to be honest.
Okay. If that's the case, I'll cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Nice. Plus, you got an IC boost. The thing is frightening. Perfect. That is its go.
Eat me.
Ooh. So annoying. I can't stretch a little bit further. As you're tracking, this is almost very much Tremor style now. As you're picking up the movement in, you lose under the mount, essentially under you, Corin. You lose the vibrations of where it's gone. As Fabian's taking the horse away, you're up on the mount. You and Von. It's very Tremors actually. You guys are kind of up higher, watching for the movement as it's coming around. Arthur's come back into the fray, and Zaga's made his move over to the horse, which potentially looks like the tastiest morsel to re-emerge as you are waiting for it to come out here, Corin, and then you hear actually back towards your left as it comes out. It's going to go on the square that you and the horse are in. So you and the horse have to roll...
Can I use my held action?
Dexterity saving throws. Let's get the dexterity saving throw done first, and then we'll take your attack.
19.
19, nice. So you still so you save, so you only get moved. You don't you're not restrained, which is good. But yeah, the same thing happens. You almost you're ready for it now. The horse, on the other hand, why am I looking at draft horse stats to roll if it's got fucking... I mean, it should be pretty dexterous, right?
I mean, it's Thunderhoof. He knows exactly what he's doing.
It does, but I need more
Thunderhoof just kicks him in the face.
No. It gets almost essentially it's only going to get made restrained, right? So it gets forced out, is less happy about it, and you can see that it's half of its arse has been buried under rubble as it's moved around, giving a clear shot. Corin, if you'd like to use your held attack.
Will be a 19 to hit.
19 hits.
This doesn't count as a surprise attack, does it?
What do you mean? You were surprising it? No.
No. Okay.
No.
But is it right next to Zaga?
Yeah, it's right
You
next
get
to
the...
Yeah, but I rolled so bad. I rolled 2 1s and a 2, so that's going to be 7 points apiece in it.
Nice. Cool. So that was your held action. That was only its bonus to erupt through the earth, as it is going to attempt to bite Zaga again. That's a 17.
17 hits.
17 hits. You take 4. So you take 9 points of slashing damage as the multiple teeth grip into you. As you then feel the acid start to kind of seep in, you take 1 point of acid damage, and you are you are smaller than large, unfortunately. So you are grappled by this beast. You are held within its claws of its mouth.
Hey, let go of me! Horse, kick it!
Yeah. And I am going to use the rest of its movement to burrow. You feel as it comes out, Corin, you fire into the back of it. It screeches, bites into Zaga, and dives underground, losing sight. Unless anyone has anything they can do now of
it was supposed to be me
and the beast.
Hang on, I'm underground now. What the fuck?
Yeah, you're in its jaws. You lose.
Deep underground, I could
You
see.
are deep underground. You are deep. You can feel. It's like as this thing is dragged you under. You are within its jaw, quite comfortably within its jaws. Actually, the acid kind of burning in, and you can just feel this thing scuttling, ripping out the soft ground as it goes. As you just are plunged into dark. You have dark vision, right?
I do.
Even with dark vision, all you are seeing is like bits of mud and peat hit you in the side of the head as this thing is just scuttling away from you. The rest of you guys see the hole there. Von, you notice that this one, it hasn't quite collapsed yet, but it's starting, and obviously there's a fresh hole that is here, and your friend has disappeared inside said hole. Von, you are knocked up on...
How far away is that hole from me?
50, 20.
Can I... How deep is the hole?
It is only 10 foot. Less than 10 foot. Probably 5. It's only just underneath the surface.
Okay,
It's at least 5.
Can I step down into the hole to see if I can see the creature in the distance from where it's burrowed?
So actually, yeah, as you rush over and kind of a little bit trepidly and then drop into the hole, you can see that there is a burrow. This is a tunnel that this thing has been creating. You can see the way it's going. You can hear where it's going from. You can hear the skull. And if you look behind you, you can see where it created the tunnel that ran round from the original one. That original one, you can see as it's round, this is soft, like peaty mud. So you can see that whilst the burrow is there, it looks solid enough to travel through, but you know that it won't last forever. And you can see this beast just scuttling away from you now.
Can I actually see the beast? From
No, because it's pitch black down there. Sorry, you can hear. You'll be able to hear him. So you know which direction he's gone.
Which direction is that?
Ow. What would you like to do?
Can I... Is it worth just doing it in that direction, hoping that it goes towards it? I don't know how that would fucking work.
Do the stupid thing.
I was going to fire a guiding bolt in that direction, hoping that...
Do it!
But I don't really know how it would work.
What's guiding bolt? Read the thing, because you can't see it, so you're probably firing down the hole, so it's likely going to be a disadvantage.
Flash of light streaks toward...
Oh, I'm not sure if you're reading it.
That's all it gives for the description.
Campaigns. Let me see. I think you'd be at disadvantage if you were firing at it, because it is just a black tunnel. You can see where you are. You can see like the shape of it, but as it like disappears 5 foot away, it's just plunged into darkness. Even with dark vision, it's pitch black, so you're just seeing like endless grey.
Yeah. So, but if I was to do it, I could just roll it with a disadvantage then.
I think so. Let me just guide ball. Choose towards creature of your choice within range. Yeah, you can roll disadvantage.
Okay, well then I'm going to use one of my... Not the actual level 1 spell one, but just the usage I get from the star map.
Yep.
So yeah, arm out, and Afada Plin El Agar Hen, and well, no, that's definitely not him. That's a nat 1 on one of those dice. So yeah,
That's real
that
good.
misses.
You fire off the guiding bolt. It doesn't hit clearly. But what you notice is as you fire out, the reason it doesn't hit is because only about 20-30 foot out, you can see that there's a sharp veer to the right where this thing has burrowed round a corner. So you've hit the wall. You can see now the tunnel, and you can see now in clarity that you've got this tunnel in front of you, that this beast has gone down, and you know it veers off to the right.
I am going to climb back out. Have I got enough movement to climb back out?
Yeah, we'll say enough. There's at the moment there's nothing on the battlefield, and you are minus a party member. So if anyone has any ideas, you guys can confer quickly. You know that you have a limited amount of time if you are going to go down. Vaughn, you've seen this, so you know you've got a limited amount of time. If you're going to follow down the tunnel, you've got a limited amount of time to do it. If not, Zaga's gone.
Yeah. I relay that to the others.
You guys run away, I'll get them. How big is the tunnel? Is it
10
big
foot,
enough for us all to
tunnel.
walk
It's,
down?
It's yeah. You're easily able to walk down it.
I mean, I will, but will everybody else?
Yeah.
do too?
Arta and Faywin maybe slight duck, but it's round enough that if you walk in the center of it, yeah, you can walk down a tunnel easy enough. It'll just be like following a tunnel in the dark, where you'll be able to see the turns with your dark vision, but there's no light down there.
I say charge. We've lost Zaga. We can't lose Zaga. And
Yeah. I'll jump in the hole and go after him.
Yeah. Jumping in.
I will, yeah.
I will as well.
Cool. Faywin.
Yep.
Nice. So you all
I'd like to pat the horse before I leave.
you can pat the horse and you can like throw him close to the other horse. One horse is gone.
Tell him to stay there because we need a deposit.
You can tie one horse to the other one that seems a bit more sturdy now as you guys jump into the hole. You jump in, you can see where the action is going. As you guys hit the hole, you hear behind you and see like the first burrow starting to crumble, the one that was put there a bit before. So this is your time to go. You guys head off. What's your marching order as you go into the tunnel? Also, would you like to take any other light, or you're relying on dark vision? Like I said, with dark vision, you can see the tunnel and you can see the turn, but it is just like pitch back. Oh, the grey comes towards me. Oh, there's a turn in that way. Pitch back. So you've got no light. You could use the option using light if you'd like.
I have dancing light.
I'm going to cast light on the tip of my shield.
Nice. Go. Are you going at the front?
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, Zaga up front. Who's in behind? And you've got light on.
I'll go behind the altar.
Helps.
I'm towards the back because I was patting the horse.
Yep, cool. That's your march order then. Zaga, you are just being dragged through this one, and as like they almost oppressively being just like twatted on the back of the head with the mud and the peat as this thing is screaming. It doesn't clamp down to hurt you any more than you're being held, as you finally like find a slight like reprieve in being bashed in the side of the head as you come into a small what looks like a small cave where there's no light in here, so you assume it's still underground as this thing skitters up and kind of like launches you towards a corner. Give me a perception check just give me a standard perception check.
Just a perception check.
Yeah.
Three.
It stinks in here, and as you look around, you can't make out anything. There's like you can see that there's bits of maybe like bits of rock. It's a bit definitely when you hit the side of the wall, it feels more sturdy than the peat you would just have your head hit with. So there's definitely some rock here, but other than that, all you get is like the stench of like rotting meat.
But I'm in the cave with this thing.
You're in the cave. This thing is like kind of like running, throwing you into the side. You kind of land. As you feel around, like the stench of it is coming from very close to being around you. The smell of this rotten meat. As it's in the corner, you can with a 3, you don't get anything else, as it's kind of got yourself safe. Anything you would like to do with the beast whilst it is there fronting you up?
It's right in my face, is it?
You're within. So essentially, it's thrown you down. It's released the grapple as you're like looking face to face with this. There's bits like your perception check was super shit. So you can smell that there's stuff around you. You might be able to hide from potentially, or you could try and go for a swing. But you are within its domain. So it's whether there's anything you want to do that was clever, or
what am I
you're just
gonna
gonna
do?
or you're gonna try and fight.
I am going to cast invisibility.
Nice. So he runs in, throws you into this corner of stench and rot, and you cast invisibility. Nice.
Yeah. Assuming it can't see me, I'm gonna just creep around and just have a look in this cave and see if I can see anything valuable. Maybe
nice.
it drags something.
You rolled super bad with your perception, so we'll hold that for now. Move this over here. As you cast invisibility, it
Creep towards the hole that it dragged me.
you through. Yeah, you hear from the hole as it's you can feel it skittering and moving around. As you cast invisibility and start moving, you can feel it skittering as you sense it's picked up the presence of potentially other things coming. As we have another map. Give me a second.
It can't see me while I'm invisible.
Ah.
Oh wow, we've got a cave.
So yeah, it's kind of like thrown you in the corner, and you are invisible, and it is in here. Where's my invisibility? Give me a second. I can't find it. You are in within this cave. You've rolled super bad, so you can see this thing is up in front of you. You can hear the squelching of like the wounds that it's taken from the time before, as it skitters and moves around. As you start to see the light coming through the base of the tunnel. Up to you whether you assume it's your friends or
brave
not.
adventurers.
Yeah, not another bunch of animals.
Yeah, I'm gonna creep around the wall. Oh wait, am I restrained?
You are.
Oh, no, that's
no,
invisible.
it's
Okay.
thrown you. You're invisible. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna creep slowly around the wall to my left towards where I think it dragged me in.
To your left, so this way around you.
Yeah.
As you move and you get round to here, you roll a perception check.
Another one? Oh god.
Yeah.
6.
Six.
No, oh, sorry, 8.
8. Okay, 8. So yeah, you hear more than see as you're creeping around to see what's there. You hear skittering that is maybe not just coming from this thing. You hear like potentially either there's an echo in this cave or there's something else skittering within this cave.
Okay, well I'm still being quiet.
You are still being quiet.
I'm invisible.
Yes. So we will go. Do you guys want to go round in order? Because technically, Faywin, you could be up, and then Arta, but it might be best to go from Arta unless there's something you want to do from the back of this tunnel. This is a tunnel where there is no squeezing past each other. It's like single track line as you're in. So Faywin, if you have a bonus or a spell or something you want to give to somebody else or do, feel free, but you are at the back of the pack.
Discord sound keeps cutting out, so if people ignore you, it's not
Okay.
people being rude.
Yeah, it's happened for all of us.
All of us got the same
I
problem.
heard you say Arta before, but then I blanked out, so I wasn't sure whether you were asking me a question or you were just setting the scene.
Good old Discord. Yeah, it looks like it's next.
Yeah, I think it's a Discord
It's a
issue
Discord
rather than a you issue, because when sound goes, it's everybody can't hit anybody.
Oh, right, cool. So yeah, when
So
I
don't
lost...
panic, it's not a you problem.
I even
And it was
changed my
happening earlier
headphones.
as well.
Jesus. Okay, cool. Well, if it does make sense, then shout and I'll go over it again. Yeah, so all I was saying was, if we're running in order, technically, Fabian, it's your turn, but you are in a line. You can't get round anyone. Arta would follow you. So if you have something you want to do or I hold for coming into the tunnel, you can do so. Or if you've got something you want to use to buff or help someone else, you can. Or we can just go straight on to Arta.
Did anyone do light apart from Arthur and his shield?
Arta has light as he's coming into the thing, yeah. How far's the light shine?
20 foot bright, 20 foot dim.
Okay.
Can I, at risk of stealth, can I cast Dancing Lights, which is a cantrip for 120 foot?
You can, yeah. So you send
I'll
out
do that then.
how many? It's so many orbs, isn't it?
Up to 4
Up to 4.
torch
Yeah.
sight
So
lights.
this is, if you wanted to, you could send as you get towards, and you can see from where you're coming up to now. And Arta could probably tell you that you can see that the light is shining with the light from the tip of the shield. It is opening up. You can see you're getting to the end of the cavern. You can hear a bit of skittering. So if you want, you could easily send your goblins in 120 feet. You could place them enough to light this cave up.
Yeah, I'll do that,
Yeah.
please.
Cool. So you fire them in. Nice. You guys won't have picked up, but what Zaga failed to pick up twice is that there is another of these beasts within the cave.
That was while the sound was cut out.
Oh, right, okay. But that didn't help your roll beat shit, though.
No, the roll was still awful.
Still got a 3 and a 6 one. Nice. So yeah, there's one. So as you were going to pass in, you're going to see. So yeah, Dancing Lights go out, and Arta, you are up.
I feel like a spiritual weapon would probably be a better thing, but then it comes down to WWAD. What would Arta do?
Lord Jesus.
So can I see? But now the dancing lights are out, I can see both these spiders. Yeah.
Yeah. So dance lights are out with your shield light. This room is illuminated. It's not the shapes you're seeing anymore. You can see it. Vivid detail.
I'm going to cast Shatter in between both of them.
Nice. So the 20-foot
Once again,
radius one, right?
hear a click.
Yep.
It's 10-foot radius from a central point. So
Yeah.
I should be able to get both of them, I think.
Yeah, I think you can get. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I, dude? Are you? So you have to see them both? Or yeah. So I suppose when
I just have to pick a spot.
pick a spot, so you can pick a spot in between. Just for point of reference, if you don't step into the cave, no one can get round you. So you can do shatter and then decide what you do.
I'll do that after.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Is it 2 saves?
Yeah. Con saves both.
Con saves for both. Ooh! This one rolled a 13, and this one rolled a 12.
12 fails.
So the fresh one fails.
And I'll use Channel Divinity. So the one that failed takes 24 damage. The one that succeeded takes 12.
24.
24. 3 times 8. Yeah.
Yeah.
24. Yeah. I was just doing the maths, man.
Yeah. Yeah, nice. That's a big hit.
I look back behind me, give a big thumbs up, and then charge into the cave, shouting Zaga's name. Zaga! Zaga!
Cool. 15 foot gets you here. That gives enough room for people to squeeze past. Where would you like to go from here? This when you get in with the dance lights up now, you see the two. The one
to the right against the wall. I've seen and I didn't quite realise quite how big they were from where I was stood. So I want to kind of get out the way.
Yeah. Nice. No, that's
what you do
massive.
see is a little blue kobold.
No, you don't see him because he's invisible.
That's what I said.
We don't see. Sorry. Nice. That's your movement.
That is everything, and I still have my shield of faith up as well, just for carrying.
Okay, cool. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
But it is concentration, so do remind me if I need to concentrate.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, good. I put that on. Fucking. This music gets me amped up. I have a concentration thing, Mark. I never remember where it is. I've got too many of these stupid bully circle things.
It's fine. I'll concentrate and remember.
Concentrate and remember. I think it is. It's right back. There you go. If I hit you. Nice. So that's your go. You fire up. It is what is going to seemingly feel like a last-ditch effort from this boy here, as he sees you charge in. Can I final hurrah? No. Oh, come on. Let me do it. No. Oh, God. That's something really cool I could do, but it's not going to work. Okay. This guy is on death's door. That shatter really knocking him down, bleeding, and the acid. You hear the acid, it's like hitting and sizzling on the floor as it goes, as you kind of get yourself and creep around the corner. As this skitters backwards and forwards, and your last step as you get into the corner, it hones in on you, and it's going to swipe out with its claws. Oh, you dirty, jammy little bitch. 2 on the
you need
dice.
new dice.
Yeah, that one's going in the bin. That's an 8 to attack.
misses, and I guess I'm still invisible.
You are still invisible, but yeah, you get the sense that this thing maybe doesn't need sight to always pick up where people are, if they're moving. It misses. That was its go. The other one is late in initiative, so it's round to the top. Vaughn, you can pass through halfling space. Halfling can pass through your space, right? So you could push past Corin if you would like.
Just step over me.
Yeah, I'll step in.
Just tuck your balls in.
Yeah.
Into the cave.
Catch you in about 5, 10,
Question:
15,
will my starry form still be active?
How long is it?
It's 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's only been like 4 rounds for that.
Okay.
And the running down the tunnel wasn't a long. That would have been an extra like round of time. So
Okay.
probably got
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Yeah. So. All right. Cool. So the step into the room. Have I got any more movement once I'm in there, or is that my maximum movement?
5, 10, 15. That's 20.
Okay. Can I get off to? Do I want to stand right next to Arthur? I probably don't want to stand right next to him. Do I? I'll take one step. I'll take one step to the left instead.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my starry form, a bonus action on the original one.
Yep. Yeah, you can tell which one it is because it is heavily seeping this green acidic goo.
And that is a 13.
Does not hit.
He
loves to fight another day.
Then I'm going to.
Cynical and cry.
I'm going to cast a guiding bolt at the other one then.
Oh, nice.
That's a 17.
17 hits. Give me that radiant damage.
That is 17 radiant damage.
Ooh.
And the next attack on it has advantage.
This thing is already bloodied from the 2 big attacks that it's taken. It's all empty. Oh, is that sneaky? I am quite sneaky though. It's going to use its reaction. Well, I fear it's going to die. So the Ankhegs, which these beasts are, have a reaction of when they are attacked, they can use up to half their speed to move, but it doesn't say I have to move away. So after you attack, it's going to reel at the blood. It's essentially, Arthur's walked in with this bright light, absolutely smashed into it first time. You've come through and fired this bolt of radiant damage, and it sizzles into the side of it. This thing is scared as it's going to skitter forward and go into its defense mode, which tell me you are very lucky. And it's you see it skitter up as it shakes a little bit like a ladybug. Like its back lifts up a little bit and it just spurts out this bath of acid in a defensive spray. A bit like when a ladybug does a little wee on you, you know, when they're scared. Like that, but way more dangerous. Can both Arta and Von roll dex saves, please? It's 15 feet, so I don't think... Oh, you just miss it. Is that right?
That's a 12.
12.
That is also a 12.
You both just fail.
Ugh. No.
It's not too bad though. Oh,
Okay.
I rolled quite good.
Just,
10 points of acid damage.
No, it's not too bad. Yeah.
I'm gonna make my concentration check, which was a.
Yeah.
It's your roll plus your con, yeah.
It's your roll
Or
plus
is
con,
it-
yeah. And you just got to beat a 10.
That's 19.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna cast Hellish Rebuke.
Nice.
I also just realised, Herb, as well, when you said about anyone having light, my starry
Form
form
gives off light, yeah.
makes me light anyway.
I thought that when you said, is it still up? I was like, oh yeah, you'd be lighting up the tunnel anyway.
So yeah, I've literally lit up myself the entire time.
You're like, has anyone got light? And look back at you like, fucking stupid.
can you make a dex save, please, Ed?
I can indeed. Right, that one's in the bin. Let's go for pink dice. Dex. Oh, fucking hell. Plus nothing. 4.
That's a fail.
That is a fail.
I'm just going to roll the damage.
The million damage dice.
It's not a million damage.
No?
No, it's
2
16
million.
points of fire damage.
Okay. Ooh, fire, nice. Nice. Jeez. Think. How does Hellish Rebuke, right? So
Yeah.
it just combusts. You don't fire anything else. You look at it, your eyes glaze, and poof,
Yeah, basically.
you just spontaneously combust a bug in the middle of like a evil child with a magnifying glass. This Ankheg.
Yeah, but the magnifying glass is my finger.
Yeah.
And then after I do it, I put my finger on my bum and go.
Nice. That is, and that was all on the back of Von's turn. So Corin, you are up. You see from the tunnel entrance as you're making your way in, you just see that lights flashing. It's a bit like a fucking fireworks show going off. Like a guiding bolt goes one way and another one comes out, and then poof, in front of you as this thing scatters out, acid comes out, and then all of a sudden you see it just poof, into flames. As it's
How far is that spider from me?
25.
That's my exact movement.
Yeah.
Would it cost? Is it extra movement to jump onto it?
What do you want to? You want to jump? Well, you could. What do you want to do?
Isn't it on fire?
Yeah. Well, it
No,
combusts.
it's surrounded
It's
by
not
hellish
on fire,
flames.
yeah.
It's slightly different.
Yeah.
I basically want to jump onto it.
Just to jump onto it?
Well, obviously I'm going to attack it as well.
Oh, right, okay.
Run and jump? Can you get away
Yeah,
with
we
that?
can get away with run and jump.
Acrobatics check, I'm guessing.
Yeah, give me an acrobatic check.
I saw this in Lord of the Rings with Legolas, not with a halfling.
You see a fucking hobbit do it.
He just tries jumping up and
that's
just
my
headbutts it in the leg. And kills it.
Let's go 24.
24. So yeah, as you two are firing off, dodge the acid, the Hellish Rebuke goes off as you just hear you barely hear the footsteps of the halfling down the tunnel. Flips through the air, lands on the back of this Ankheg. Oh, you've got blue tack on your others as well. Stick. You are now astraddle the beast, managing to hook into some of the gaps of the damage already taken and not taking any acid damage for such a high dexterity roll. Managed to dodge it with your land.
And I will make an attack. It's
Yeah.
an advantage as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's guiding bolt.
Yeah.
Not 20.
Nat 20. Roll your damage. This thing doesn't have a huge amount of life.
So that's 12, doubled, 24. Stab it in the head.
You slay this Ankheg as you land on the back, and it is full Legolas style into the back. You don't need arrows, didn't he? Fuck arrows. You don't need arrows. Dagger into the back of this thing as it rises, its mouth opens. You may see the dagger as it pierces the back of this skull. As you have murdered the beast, there's still one alive there. Yeah, you're on the back of it. Anything else you'd like? Well, that's your full movement, right? It crumples, like legs out, hits the ground as you've stabbed it in.
I just wink at Anata.
Do you know, it's going next to you bastard. So Zaga, you are up. You are one-on-one, mano-a-mano with this dying Ankheg as you've seen the rest of your party kind of arrive.
Yeah,
famous
and,
after Zaga.
And I'm invisible. If I'm invisible, do I get advantage on an attack roll? I'll lose invisibility when I
I think you
attack.
do with greater invisibility, but not with normal invisibility.
Well, I just checked, but also it knows where you are. Attack rolls against creature of disadvantage creatures. Yeah, you would normally have advantage, but these things have something called tremor sense, so it can see you technically.
Oh, so it
That's
it
how
knows when I move.
Yeah. So yeah, if you're on the floor, if you're flying, it can't tell where you are. But yeah, whilst whilst you're moving, it can pick up where you are.
If I stay still, it'll lose me.
But it knows where you. You could definitely try that. It knows where your last. Essentially, it knows where your last movement was. It tracks the tremors.
No, fuck it. I'm gonna attack it with my rapier.
Nice. I mean, it's very, very weak.
That's an 8.
It does not hit. It still manages to dodge you, even though you are invisible. As here's the pitter patter of your claws on the floor. Anything else you would like to do?
Well, I'm visible again now. Am I in reaction range if it?
Yes.
If I move.
If you melee attacked it, yeah.
Just looking at what I've got here.
You have Faywin up and Arta up before it goes.
Yeah. I'm just gonna stare it in its eyes. What's it got, like those buggy ones?
It's got got two large, like green. They do look like two large green eyeballs, but within them you can see the multiple lenses.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stare it down, and hope it backs down because it's intimidated by my manliness.
It definitely is intimidated by your manliness. Faywin, you are up.
Where am I?
You can make it into the hole quite easily with your movement. And you can see Faywin sat atop a dead one, two of your pie either side, and Zaga staring down this final bleeding acid beast.
It's only right that I just attack it.
It seems like you may be able to deal with the killing blow, yes.
Yeah, well, I thought
17 to hit.
What did you hit? Sorry?
17 to hit.
17 hits.
Let's just end it now, guys. An 8 damage.
8 damage as Zaga, as you're staring it down, this thing just goes and falls forward slowly and dies as Faywin's bow goes underneath the lip of its head into the side. The last pulse of green acid spurns your arrow as it disappears as it dies.
Hey, what are you guys doing down here?
Beasts are dead. Congratulations, team. You're alive! You're alive!
And I run over and try giving him a big hug.
Wait, why is one of our horses down here? Shit, we're gonna lose the deposit!
Oh my god, that picture, the Mandalorian picture thing is so good.
There's a little goblin. There's a little goblin. Those Mandalorians were so cool. They're coming back for sure. I don't care what Bear wants.
Anyway, what was the reaction when I ran over and hugged Zaga?
I was too busy looking at the dead horse and screaming we're going to lose our deposit.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Is that our horse?
It's not your horse. It's a horse. So for
horses all look the same to Zaga. He's horse racist.
He's horse blind. So yeah, as you can see within this cave, seems to be different piles of broken boxes, of broken carriages, of armaments, of bones, of horse carcasses, of other unknown animal carcasses. So there's a few opportunities for investigation checks and what else is.
I will definitely check these boxes that are next to me.
Cool. So yeah, there is. It's up to you who wants to do what. Obviously, I'm not going to let everyone roll until you get a good one. But yeah, you can. I would say there's at least 3 investigation checks we could roll here.
Can I go back towards the entrance and see if I can work out a way to be able to get back out, knowing what happens with the pathways? Yes.
So as you look out, you can, with the light of your sty form shines out, you can still see that the tunnel is open as it is, but you can hear further down the sound of it starting to crumble. Cool. So who wants to give me some investigations? If someone wants to give me any general perception for the depth. So you've got investigation for the tearing through the kind of looty bits that are there, but there's definite perception or nature checks or medicine checks if someone wants for the carcasses and what might have been eaten and what might be as part of there if you want to go for or anything else you might want to ask and look for, but I'm just giving you some suggestions.
I'll just start with these boxes that are next to me. Investigate those.
Cool. So yeah, anyone wants to roll? Tell me what the roll is and I'll tell you what you see.
And that was a 17.
17, nice. So yeah, as you loot through the boxes, you can see that some of them are had some like cloths and different materials. A lot of them have rotten and sodden through now, soaking. Alongside one of them though is was like a small chest that you dust off, and it pops open, and there is 100 gold within that. If you were taking the time to count it.
I stash the gold in my backpack, and I say, "Hey guys, I found 20 gold. I'll share it shortly."
Anybody else?
I'm still hugging Zaga right now, so I'm distracted.
So you're like, oh,
While I'm searching the boxes.
Yeah. I'm just like held on to you.
Good thing you didn't notice the chest.
Yeah.
Not even
Can I
probably
go?
the chest.
Can I go over to the bodies?
Yep. Yeah, so your choice. Perception, investigation, arcana, nature, medicine, whatever you want to use to try and ascertain what you can from them.
I think. Let's go nature. That's a 19.
19. There are a lot of animals here, of different sorts. A lot of swamp creatures, like some larger toads. There's probably a couple of like bullywugs in here as well. And then you can see some of the larger horse carcasses that are in here as well, where potentially merchants or travellers were taken off. You can see there's a decent contingent of goblins. You notice more because it's almost like the goblin meat maybe isn't as nice. They're left more intact, and with the goblins, yeah, you can see that of the races you can pick out, goblin is the one that you pick most out of bodies that are dotted here. But with as you're kind of poking your way and feeling through, one of the horse carcasses in the chest area, as you're like moving around, you are sure you see it move. Anyone else? Any other checks?
Hey, Arda, let go of me and go search some of those other crates and boxes and shit.
I'll let go of him. I want to look for corpses, and specifically, the boot. The boot was a dwarf boot, wasn't it?
The boot was a small boot.
Small boot that I recognised.
That you recognise.
Can I look for the person? Can I look to see if there's any bodies that look similar to the person I recognised?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's not bad actually. Investigation. No, it's a -1, so that's 14.
14. Okay, that's good. We'll hold that. Rogue or Faywin, do you want to do investigation? The last investigation for some loot.
Yeah.
Favorite, like everyone's got something nice except me.
Yeah. I'm glaring around the room because no one seems to be concerned there might be something else. Everyone's just looting. Then I just think, me, I want loot as well. So then, can I go over to the spare boxes, please?
Yeah. Roll investigation.
Can I race her there?
You lose that race easily. She's
I will crush you under my beautiful boots.
My pretty boots.
17 investigation.
17.
Please.
The rest of them have
Something
kind
rare.
of have jumped into boxes and what look to be like either merchant crates or crates that are on carts that have been taken, and that's where you get some of the linens and bits from, and then luckily some gold. You notice some like discarded weaponry on the body, on the back of a body, most notably because you see a bow and you see a quiver. So as you're looking through, a lot of the whole breastplate is kind of like the acid has just melted away. You can't work out what humanoid this was because it's just a skeleton there. It could have been human, could have possibly been half-orc, could have been elf, could have been anything. But you see within the quiver that there are 5 arrows. And at first glance, you're like, 5 arrows. But you notice that these arrows have one very distinct bright red feather within the fletching at the end that just catches your eyes. And as you take them out, you've got these 5 arrows are very well crafted. And yeah, you get the feeling that these are maybe a little bit more than a standard arrow.
Would I know what they are from my history? Or would I have to roll it?
You'd have roll an Arcana check. If not, you can spend some time with it. But yeah, roll an Arcana check.
11.
You can't put your finger on what it is. You need to spend some time with these arrows or test one out to try and feel. But you just from the craftsmanship, these are not standard blacksmith arrows. Yeah, they have you get the feeling that these are something a little bit either better quality or maybe potentially enchanted.
I'd like to just hang out with them then.
You can hang out with them, but yeah. So you got 5 arrows,
Thanks.
but yeah, it's that bright red feather within the fletching that really quick. Cool. And the rest of it, as you go around, you see there are like broken bits of armor, nothing really salvageable. There's some basic weapons as well, but the blades are kind of dull or shattered or burnt away. You do see there's a few tools and stuff in here as well, a few pickaxes and spades if you were need, like you spotters, we may need something like this as we're going.
Hey guys, grab those pickaxes and spades and throw them in this bag of holding. You never know, we may need them down the line.
As in 5 minutes down the line.
We taking up a job as miners? I'm an
Well,
adult.
we need to get ourselves back out of here, Arthur.
As you, Arthur, you kind of as you're looking through with your 14 check, you make your way over to where Von is looking through the things. Von, as you shout out, as you say back, we need to make our way, Arthur. You hear from inside the carcass of the horse, someone just go, huh? And then stand up, go, Arthur. Arthur, as you turn, there is completely bloodied 4. Well, you can see 3, and then look around the corner. 4 younger children. One of them looks to be slightly older, like towards your 6 to 10 age. Who once you're kind of focused and eyes in, he's looking straight in. You recognise the eyes as being young Scraps, a young boy, a young human boy who you would affectionately call Scraps, who was the owner of that hammer and potentially that shoe. He's like, Arthur, what are you doing here?
He was eaten by a horse?
I go to wipe my brow like quite quietly as like a few sort of thing, and then I go, it's the horse is having babies.
As he comes out, he's like, the horse isn't having babies. You know, this is where Callan tells us to hide if we get in trouble. And as you see that climbing out, and Von, as you're close there, you see these. They are just filthy in blood and guts, where they look like Walking Dead style. Have tried to mask and hide their scent from whatever's in there. As these 4 children stand up from within this horse carcass, in some way knowing Arthur. Arthur, you recognise some of them at least from your little attention paying as being some of. The followers, the younger followers of Callan.
I go up to Scraps and I ruffle his hair.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
He's like, I knew someone would come. We did exactly like Callan said. We got caught. We got separated. He told us to go to the Willow Glade, but then on the way to the Willow Glade, we got attacked by these things, and then they dragged us into the tunnel, but then we knew what to do. So we got inside the carcass, and I covered the rest of them, and we put the cuts, and we just hid. And Callan always said that he'd come back and get us. Where is he? Do you know where Callan is?
No. What? Do I look like I know where Callan is?
Well, I assumed he'd maybe sent you to come and get us. I don't know, but
I haven't seen him since he kicked me out.
Well, why are you here then?
I fell down a hole.
Okay, well, we did what Callan said, and now,
Yeah.
you
Don't do that anymore.
no.
Right,
well,
let's get you out of here.
Yeah,
You're
we
missing
need
a
to-
shoe.
And he's like, I am. It's like,
I
so
turn to the rest of the guys, and I'm like, just like shrug my shoulders, like, how can people deal with people like this that just don't just keep. Anyway, I turn to Scraps, I ruffle his hair again, and I'm kind of like,
Hey, Arthur, are we babysitting now?
call it a escort mission. I'm sure they're very good at digging as well. And I get one of the pickaxes from the side and I hand it to Scraps.
he's like, I don't need babysitting. I can look after myself. He's like, I'm the oldest of the group now. And picks up the essentially acting as to drag it along the floor.
I'm still holding the pickaxe as he said this, and I'm like, and then I drop it.
Yeah, it just hits and he's like trying to put it along. He's pretty like scrawny strong for a young
child.
human. Yeah, a child human. But yeah, as they come out, you see two you don't recognize, two you recognize. You recognize Scraps, and there's another human girl, slightly younger, called Lyra, who you recognise didn't have much goings about with. Scraps was the one that was kind of essentially annoyed you, but looked up to you in some way and was sent to believe for a bit.
Okay.
It's a bit older, yeah, a bit older than when you left. And actually, it'd probably be like 12, and the rest of them look to be between like 5 and 7 different ages. But yeah.
So they look like they're crying or anything?
No, they look like they've just and you remember like the main teachings would be like out on the road was always like look after yourself, stay safe, someone will come, like it's all survival. So they look like they've just been in that mode. Some of them look a little bit disorientated still. They definitely stink because they're covered in blood and guts. But yeah, Scraps has kind of taken on the leadership of looking after them, I suppose.
Zaga, do us a favour and play us a tune. Something cheery, not related to horse innards.
Well, since we're gonna have to dig out of here,
Well, you don't have to dig. How about that? You can play us a melody.
well, I'll play a song while the little ones dig, because we're all about child labor here. Have you ever heard "Whistle While You Work"?
I don't know if I have. Do you want to remind me?
Child,
Let me just remember how it goes.
please, Jesus Christ. Yeah, so as they come out and tie themselves down, there's a young halfling girl. It looks to be a halfling girl. There's Scraps and Lyra, who are both humans, and then there's a little stout dwarf boy. Almost got like at the age of like 8 or 9, he's already got stubble coming through.
What the fuck?
I'm still just kind of standing there confused as to how calm and composed these kids are after just climbing out of a dead horse.
They are.
I don't want to deal with them anymore, so I pick up a spade and start digging.
They are. So
You're in charge, Von. Tin.
Tintin.
Tintin.
My mask almost fell away there.
Yeah.
I say under my breath.
So yeah, you have these 4 children. As you look around the rest of what's there, there's not too much to. A lot of this is bones and guts of things. Like I said, there's a larger contingent of these goblin bodies, but other than that, you've got most of what you think you can salvage as good equipment.
As we were thinking about getting out of here as well, I go over to Corin, Bonbon, Arta, and Faywin and give them each their 4 gold from the 20 I found.
Cheers, Zaga.
Are you sure you're kobold, not snake?
You only waste it on healing potions.
Waste it.
That
You
you'll
could
use
get
on
Waste it
me.
on keeping us all alive.
Thank you, Zaga. Thank you so much.
Well,
Okay, so
I'm all about the team. We got to share out what we find.
You let's just introduce a lovely little check that you can do. If you
Can I
think
make an
someone is
insight
shady,
check?
you can make an insight check if you think someone has been shady and is lying. And it's your insight then versus Zaga's either deception or
13.
13.
Wait,
So-
what am I?
It's like
You're,
after deception.
you're rolling deception because we know you're lying.
9.
No. So as he's handing it out, and Fabian thanks him graciously, you can see that there's he's either found something else or there's something else going on there. He's not been fully truthful there. Only Corin sees that. With the
Is that everything there, Dagger? Because you kind of look a bit shifty to me.
What would you mean? I found this gold. I'm sharing it out between the group. That's what we do.
You sure you only found 20 gold, Dagger?
When it was, yeah, in that little chest. Arthur was standing right there with me.
I just shrugged my shoulders.
You get a clue. Nice. As this is happening, you hear, and Von, you being closest to the thing, behind you is this conversation, then these children have happened. You forget about the time pressure that's going on as the tunnel coming up to it closes. As you look behind you, you can see just the remnants of the thick, like peaty and slightly clayey in certain points soil that is now blocked to the entrance. The walls and most of this like area you're in, it seems to be rooted, at least in part, in some sides against rock. That whilst the ceiling, there's some rock in the ceiling, it seems to be there is a lot of mud and stuff passing around. There's definitely some sort of rocky cropping that this thing has been built either under or very close to. But yes, you have your tools and your entrance has just been closed. So you're now enclosed in the real stinky hole.
Sorry, before we try and escape the stinky hole, can we take a peek?
Take a pee break, I was going to say. Yeah, if you guys want to start digging, we can take a pee break whilst you dig your way.
Yes, please.
Zaga will give directions to the children while they dig.
You bastards. Is that the plan? To
I-
let the children dig?
No.
Because it will take a while. You can do it, but it will take a fucking while.
I look at Zaga and grab the tools off the kids and start digging myself.
Scraps
Yeah,
almost
I'll
reluctantly
fucking do it.
wants to give
Fuck
away. He's going to help. Scraps is there. He's like, I'm the leader of this group. I'm going to help get this done. Cool. Right, let's take a pee break. The Ankhegs are dead. The children are found. And you got to get digging. All right, so we'll be back very shortly. Ready to whack and wall. So
Yep.
you dig your way free. It is rather stinky in this little hole, but yeah, you've taken everything you can out of there. I will, for free, because I'm kind of like that, note that the blood of these Ankhegs was incredibly acidic. So if somebody had, I don't know, some collection devices, there is the potential for collecting some acid in vials from these if you wanted to collect something
Yes,
from
please.
them,
I've
if you're
got
looking for
5
trophies.
empty vials.
I know, I
there.
just saw.
Thank you.
So yeah, you can collect as many as you would like. It's not a bad idea. That should be fine.
I have 5.
Yeah. So you got some acid that you can collect within those. Carefully collect within the small vials you got there, and we can talk about what you can do with that whenever you want. But yeah, so
Give it to Zach as a drink.
Well, it's the, you can. Yeah. Oh my god. Well, if I'd known that, do you know what? Just say you had 10 vials. Collect all of it. Who cares? Yeah. So so acid we can talk about if you wanted to. There's things like coating arrows or coating swords or stuff that will last for an attack per vial, with some extra damage. But yeah, you put the kids to work and then feel bad, take away the entrance and start to dig your way towards where the entrance of that tunnel was and the ground was freshly churned. Dig your way up, and it's about 7 or 8 foot as you kind of pull, because where it's collapsed already, you kind of build yourself out on the angle on a nice slope, padding down where you can before you break through. As you come out into a part of the Borderlands, up by where you saw a few of these when you looked out across, but where the kind of hills undulate, some of those are harder, like not quite granite stone, but definitely hard stone rocks that are kind of part covered with moss and peat as you're there. As you pop your head up, get the fresh air of the moor into your lungs, and get rid of the putrid, rotting smell, and are above ground.
Zaga's going to turn to Scraps and say, "Hey, so how old are you? How many years has it been since you hatched?"
Since age is nothing but a number, is it? I'm as strong as I need to be. I'm as old as I need to be. I'm in charge of these people now until I can find Callan.
You're in charge. Oh, they're fucked in it, ain't they?
I think I've done a very good job of keeping everyone alive so far. So all we need to do is get to the Willow Glade, like Callan said, and we'll all be fine.
I hear this and I turn around and look at him. And I'm like, no, I'm in charge.
Well, no, that makes sense. You should probably. Well, you're in charge until you get us to the Willow Glade, and then if you're not staying, then I'm going to be in charge because you don't know where Callan is, and he said he's going to come and get us.
Great.
Okay.
And I go back to digging.
Where you at now? So you've kind of got
no,
yourself.
I go back to digging.
Arthur starts digging again.
Arthur, we're already out. Why are you digging?
It's just you know, it's soothing. It's good for the soul.
Zaga looks around to see if he can see the horses.
Roll a perception check.
Not because he gives a shit about the horses, but because he wants his deposit back.
Oh, because he likes money, does he?
Perception is 4.
4. You are small. The grass here is probably close to knee height. So for you, it's tickling your nipples. You're like, I can see a lot of grass.
Hey, can anyone see these fucking horses? Because all I can see is grass.
We try and find the horses.
Yeah.
Does anyone speak horse?
Anyone that's taller. I think with Ranger's sense of direction and bonding with the horse, Faywin, you know the direction of the horses quite easily.
Yeah. Can I
You're about 500, 600 meters away from them.
Can I just so I don't have to roll or anything to track? I can just
from a taller position, and with your ability to just like you've got a good sense of especially out in whilst it's not the forest but out in nature, your sense of direction kind of keeps you true, and you're not that far. Zaga's just really small and rolled really shit.
Can I whistle for him?
We tied them up, didn't we?
You can certainly try. Yeah. You tied one to the other, I believe, and one was kind of
okay.
I think.
Yeah, is there only 2 there, isn't there?
There's
The
only 2
other one
there,
ran
yeah.
off.
The other one is gone.
Yeah, I want to whistle for my friend.
Right, roll an animal handling check.
Like a wow man.
Mm-hmm.
16. It's a really good whistle.
16. You know that good thing with it. You whistle, but you are very far away from this horse. So yeah, you feel like you've really nailed it. It doesn't seem to move too far from the direction where it is. That's going to be something incredible. Trying to whistle a horse that you just about have control of.
He loved me by the end of it.
Well, love's a strong word. Didn't kick you in the head or run away.
But I still know the
except
general
for mine.
direction they're in.
You can see them. You can see that. Yeah,
Oh.
from the general direction, you can see the horse. But like you're talking, they're like hundreds of meters away. So like whistling across the moor, it's not gonna. You're not gonna be able to pinpoint. Nor do you have like necessarily the bond with that horse that.
Right.
So
Okay.
you-
In that case, I want to blush because I'm embarrassed that they didn't come.
You can definitely.
and then
do
just
that.
and then sort of just gesture to where they are.
Mhm.
So someone go and get them. And then I'd like to pull Hector out of my pocket, please, and just pet him lovingly.
Mhm. You can do that. As you pull, what's your passive
Hector.
perception?
14.
40. As you pull Hector out of your pocket, you hear from behind you just one of the young girls just goes.
I glanced back at her.
This small little halfling girl whose face is very has been bloodied and around, but you can see she's got giant big brown eyes, just like the unicorn girl from Despicable Me.
Mm-hmm.
Very much in that aspect, just looking at, not even looking at you, just looking at the weasel on the edge of your pocket.
I turn to this girl and I say, "Yeah, it looks tasty, doesn't it?"
I think she's enamoured with said object and probably doesn't pay you much mind. Cool. You going over to get the
while
horses?
it's going on, I'm gonna. Yeah, I'll grab. I'll stop Arthur digging now. Come on, Arthur. Let's go get the horses.
Nice. So yeah, you can drive out and get the horses and bring them back to the location. You can meet up midway. You're just in the middle of the you're away from the path. Where you were with the horses was on a track. You're not on a track at the moment. You're more in the middle of the kind of borderlands hills. So you're going to need get yourself back on a track for making your way south.
I turned to Scraps. Scraps. I wrote it down. I actually wrote it down. Turned to Scraps. I'm like, this is the way you're going, right?
Yeah, this is we were told to just head down this path, and then we will get to the Willow Glade, and then the Willow Glade, then we will wait for Callan.
Okay, yeah. And then I just ignore him.
Okay. He's like, "Oh, it's so good to see you back there, Arthur. You should have seen us when we were there. I tried to fight, and then we got captured, and then we were held down. It's been so scary, but it's good. Now you're here, you can get us to the Willow Glade, and then we'll be safe now, and then I can carry on, and then Karen's going to teach me more, and then I can be like you, and then I can leave as well when I'm ready." And he will just incessantly talk at you about absolute rubbish for as long as he can stand next to you.
I'm just ignoring him.
Cool.
Hey, Otter, is this your kid?
I turn and give him an evil look, and then just go back facing forward, just following the road.
Hey, kid, is Otter your dad?
He's not my dad. Look at him. We got different colours. Like what? I haven't got horns.
I mean, you're bright red.
That's from the camouflage, because we were hiding in the thing, and then he gets a slight inkling of someone else of interest and goes into the full story of you as well. Because we were on the road and we were going down to the Willow Glade, and then we had to fight this thing, and then I was getting the thing, and then we hid in the hole, and then we hid inside the horse, and then I told the guys to cover themselves in the guts, and he just goes.
I cast command and say, "Shut up."
I don't have a stat block for the child. Why are you attacking the child? Yeah,
I'm not attacking the child. I'm casting command.
He just stops.
It's a wisdom saving throw.
I mean, he's a child.
Children are known for their infinite
I
wisdom.
I rolled a 14. He's probably got.
Beats it. Fucking hell.
Let's go. He powers through. He's like, "What? Why are you turning sharp? No, let me just tell you what's going on." And he carries on.
I look at it, I turn around and go, I look at him and I'm like, look back and I'm like, whisper into my breath, maybe he should be in charge.
It's pretty scrappy. It's old Scraps. It's in the name. Cool. So you guys meet up. You have your map to carry on your journey. You have 2 horses, 5 people, and 4 children. How do you want to do this?
We leave the children behind us.
Orphanage.
Ah, yes. There isn't an orphanage on the road where you are now.
Where's the other horse?
Did the other horse run down the trail? Do we
The
not know?
other horse
Do we
galloped.
try and track the other one?
Deposit back! Deposit!
Yeah, you could. You
I
could
knew we were
try
going to
and
lose
try.
our money.
It ran off, not started off down the path, but then would have just veered off in the where the path would have kinked off to one side. It just ran in a straight line as fast as it could because it's a horse. So you could.
I can track its track.
You could potentially track it. So your options are now. You were, essentially just over half. You just had your lunch. You were just over halfway towards getting to Willow Glade.
I was going to say,
With
how
walking,
far is it?
Yeah. So with walking, it's still going to take you into. Jesus Christ! It's going to take you into the evening. You're going to lose light if you were to set off now and walk, it's going to be like a good 4 or 5 hour trek because it would have been halved with the horse.
Oh, we're going the same way as these kids.
The kids want to go to Willow Glade, and you're going to Willow Glade, yeah.
Oh, so we can't just leave them on the side of the road and
I mean,
say,
you-
go your own way.
You could try that.
Put them back down the hole.
They're probably.
Just start singing, you can go your own way.
We just leave these kids on the side of the road. Can we just leave these kids on the side of the road or pop them back down? Can we just kill the kids?
But yeah, will anyone stop us if we stab the kids?
Well,
War crimes.
to shorten the journey,
Arthur probably would.
You even if you didn't have the children, you're not all getting on 2 horses.
no, exactly. So to shorten the journey,
No.
actually, what could we? Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm gonna do.
Wait, so,
I'm gonna
yeah,
wild
so
shape
in
into a
horse
horse.
form, yeah. If you
Would that
could
be
all
enough
get
to
on
carry
horses-
everyone?
You'd have 3 horses. You've got 2 smaller people and you put more. Yeah, because who was riding on their own?
Arthur
Arthur.
was.
Me.
Yeah, so if you had, I would say you could probably squeeze a child on each, right? So you got 1,
Hey, Faywin, do you want to ride Bonbon?
3.
I glare at Sagan.
Do you want to ride Bonbon? Did you just say? 1. Oh.
I turn to him. I
It
say,
would
brothers and
be-
sisters shouldn't do that.
It would be. It still would be pretty challenging. Oh no, because you're a horse, so you
Yeah.
don't have to go on a horse.
No, I don't have to go on a
Yeah,
horse if
yeah.
I'm a horse.
Yeah. So yeah, you could get them on easily. Yeah. I was like, no.
Well,
With
then
3,
we'll do that. That cuts out. I mean, I can do it for an hour, so that cuts out part of the journey.
That'll cut out part of the journey. Yeah. So if it's like a 4
And
5
hopefully
hours
we can
half, it's
discover
enough.
the other horse on the way.
I'd
Well,
like
that's the
to
thing. I
pick
was going to say.
Sagan up.
So if you're gonna
Okay.
want to try and track the other horse, it's gonna add to your time to getting anywhere. Because you'll be tracking it to wherever it's gone. It's not necessarily going to
Yeah,
be going down the path.
veering
with
off
you. So,
path.
yeah, you could go and try and track it. It'll be a set of rolls to find it. But if you don't find it, you're going to lose a couple more hours, which means you're going to get into the Willow Glade when it's dark. Definitely.
What was
when it's
Faywin doing with me?
Yeah, I was putting you on top of Von
dark.
Bon
One.
Oh shit! Now I'm riding Bonbon.
because you're little and hopefully he's a tall horse and you won't be able to get off.
What horse
Just as
can you
long
go
as
to?
no one puts that
Anyone.
kid that won't shut up on here with me. He's
I'd
riding
like
Bernardo.
to pick
Have you
up
just put
scraps
Sagan on the
next.
naughty... Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
I was going to say, have you just put Sagan on the naughty stack?
I would then like to pick up scraps
Yep.
and I would like to put him on the back of Von Van
Yep.
with Saga.
What are you doing?
I
Don't
would
do
like
this to me.
I'm
Having a similar reaction, but in horse form, obviously.
Can you still
can
understand Elvish when you're a horse?
You can understand, but you
Yeah, I
can't
can understand, but I can't
You
speak
can't
it.
speak. Okay, right. So then I'd like to say in Elvish, don't make it an easy ride, and definitely don't let them off.
Don't make
Hey,
any.
look, I'm not
Scrap.
responsible if this kid falls off a horse.
I'm not
Zaga-
responsible
Zaga
if you
pushes
go in
him
a
off the
pie.
horse.
Yeah. Doesn't push children off horses.
I kind of glance over at Faywin as if to say it's not going to be an easy ride for me either with these two on me.
Sassy horse face, like Disney style. Nice. So yeah, you all mount up. That will half the time. So it was in the afternoon. So you'll probably be able to get to the Willow Glade. All things going well when by sunset. If that's the plan, and if you want to track the horse, we can try and track the other horse. But you're going to use up your tight split, and you're going to use up your wild shape time as well.
Yeah, I mean, I only get an hour, so.
Oh, you're going to do it. Oh, you can do it now anyway.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I
How
can
many
shorten the
times do you want
journey.
to?
I just can't.
Yeah.
Well, I only have one left because of
Okay.
the starry form.
Styrofoam. Nice. Okay, cool. So yeah, you all saddle up. The kids are very excited to be riding on horses. They're much more used to foot travel between places, so riding on horses quite exciting for them. The little halfling girl is sticking quite close to you, Faywin, knowing that you have a weasel in your pocket. So she's
Hector bites the girl.
Wow, why do people hate kids? What the fuck, man? Put some defense. I was like, how defenses can I make an NPC? Make him a child. And you guys like, can we leave him on the side of the road? Oh, I don't know. Jesus.
Can I ask the little girl what her name is?
Yes, you can. She says her name is Elwyn.
Elwyn. That's
Elwyn.
a lovely name.
Yeah. yeah, she's got little brown curly hair, big bright brown eyes, and yeah, lots of different scraps of fabric to make up her clothes that's been patchworked over time. Doesn't have any shoes on.
Oh my god. Kill Corin off and give her his boots. Can I
Your wish
adopt
is
in
mine.
this game?
Woo! I mean,
You've already adopted a gerbil or whatever it is. And you've
that's a
got-
weasel. Anything's
Who's a
possible,
weasel?
but also it might impact your ability to do adventuring stuff. Yeah, you could take squires on. You could adopt from afar.
The game hasn't been Sims for me for quite a long time, and I'm just trying to.
Kinsey rolls a new character in
Yeah.
Fame and goes, I've been an adoptive mother.
Cool.
Anyway, sorry, Karen.
So you saddle up. Can Arta had the map and was helming the travel before, so happy for him to carry on. Unless someone else wants to just give me a shit. What did we do versus the rolls before? Did we just do perception checks? No, that's rubbish.
I thought it was perception check.
Was it
It was
perception?
perceiving whether we're going the right way. And
Oh,
whether
we
we're
did
going
the
onto
skill
dangerous
thing,
terrain.
didn't we? Yeah, we did. Just give me someone, whoever would like, give
got
me a advantage luck roll. So just 2d20s and give me the number.
That's a 16 and an 18. That's an 18.
Nice, 18. Perfect.
Do I get any bonuses?
No, just luck roll is just d20 and straight up for what it is. You know, you've got the map. You know where you're going. Next is just to check that you got there essentially without any further mishaps. As you ride off, Von in horse form trot off down the path in the late afternoon. It's still not that warm. It's still only February, but much more peaceful after the chaos of what's just happened. You have split up with the individual children on your horses as you ride towards the Willow's Glade. Zaga and Von, you will hear as well. Scraps just talks the whole time. As he goes through and tells you bits of the story and how they got through, he elaborates more and more, gets through them all, and then tells you and then keeps going on about the blood caps and the blood caps going through. And then he says that that's when he gets into it a bit more about these blood caps were the ones that they were trying to get away from, and that's when they got caught, and that's where Callan is. Callan got caught by the blood caps, and that's where he's going to get his way out. He's going to come and find them, but he told him to get to Willow Glade and blah, blah, and they're going through. And there's more to be gleaned if you wanted to, but from his incessant chattering, that's what you get from him, that the blood caps, whoever the blood caps are, took Callan, and Callan told these guys that they had to get to Willow Glade, and at Willow Glade they would be safe.
Zaga has been blocking out everything this child has said
I
since
thought as
I
much.
started, so he doesn't even get taken that much.
I was mainly aiming that towards Von, who's a horse who would be more useful in this situation. Nothing like dropping loyal to someone that doesn't listen. Cool. So yeah, you split up with the individual children. If there's questions you would like for them, there are questions you can have, but you are just riding me yourself. So is there anything you guys want to chat between yourselves? Now is the time to do so as you make your way south towards the forest. After the hour and Von, your form change, you would know when your form is about to change. So up to you whether you give Zaga and Scraps fair warning before you shift.
How does a horse give two people fair warning?
Stop.
Yeah. Good
Crouch
point.
down.
Zaga, roll an
Sorry,
animal handling
On the
check.
floor.
Bonbon stops and Zaga slaps him and like on the side, like, "Why are you stopping, you stupid horse?"
I instantly buck.
You know you've got a child on your back as well.
I don't
captured
care.
a child.
Roll a dex check.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Come on, Scraps. Scraps rolled an 18. He's fine.
9.
You slap him and with the one hand free, get bucked and take 5 points of falling damage from the horse.
You know, I'm really low on the do-house still now.
Oh, wow. Maybe you shouldn't fuck around with that.
And I guess at this point I go back into normal shape.
Hey,
Well-
Bonbon, you asshole! Why did you throw me off?
As
Look,
you,
kind of as he's booked him off,
Yep.
He sort of books him up behind him, and then does like a donkey kick on him as well.
And then stamps his
The
brain.
one final thing in horse form is to kick him in the face.
I do have a question. Is
Yep.
it like Terminator, where you're in like a big blue ball as you change back, and then you're naked
No,
and you're punching
I've asked this
fist on the
before.
floor?
Yeah. No.
I chose to change form with everything still on, so it
You
comes
do-
back.
So you're a horse wearing clothes.
You do. Yeah.
You can keep your items on you, but
Hey, Bonbon, you were bigger as a horse.
As you change back, Scraps is laughing at Zaga falling off and taking a damage. As you change back, he is like on your back as a piggyback and then falls off your back, but from a much lower height. Now you are in human form. He found it incredibly hilarious that the kobold was kicked.
as did
Fucking
I.
child.
But yeah, as you get to this point where you change, up to you how you reset. Jack's on the floor now. Whether you want to take it in turns, walking on the horse for the last hour and a bit of your journey, maybe about 2 hours of your journey. But as you change, you are at the point now where, as the sun's not going, it's starting to come down, but the light is still up. You can see as the light is kind of starting to come down, the dark and the kind of the looming forest that you're making your way further towards. You're making your way kind of back into the outskirts of the border forest. The border forest obviously isn't just a straight line where the trees stop and then they start in there. You're starting to see more trees form here. Trees have a lot of the look of the ones from the sanctuary as well, from the River Haven. A lot of these twisting long vines that deep into the ground, and there's a lot of groundwater you're noticing here as well. It's a lot swampier as you're getting towards this area. That is a good sign, because that was one of the things that L'Ariel told you to watch out for, that when you start getting to the swamp and it starts to turn into that land, you're going the right direction, so that's good. But you're starting to see on this last half how the land is changing, how the swamp is coming in, and how the kind of the forest, and what you know about the forest is kind of looming as you're looming over and looming around you as you make your way towards it for this last piece.
If the swamp is getting more like that, then I'll stay on foot, let the others stay on the horses, because obviously I can just walk over it like normal.
Yeah.
Can I get the dwarf boy to give me a piggyback?
Roll a persuasion check.
Yeah, that's not going to go well.
What was it?
What's my persuasion?
Where's your persuasion? I mean, it's a child. I mean,
That's a 4.
a 4. He's like, yeah, I'll give you a piggyback. And he's like, and his name is Finn, and he's stout, got like a shaved head, but like a little bit of stubble coming. Looks like a little bit like a skinhead, but a child, missing like one front tooth. And as he says, yeah, he smiles, like this little mischievous grin with a missing tooth in there, like a Cheshire cat smile. And as you go to jump on the back, he just doesn't put his arms out. So you just jump on and just slip off the back of him. He's like, and just walks off.
You're a fecker.
Oh my god, I just forgot dwarfs are Scottish. How am I supposed to do a Scottish child voice? I've not practiced this. Don't call me a little fucker.
That was not Scottish. You need Curtie here for Scottish.
I need my
Scottish
inwords
Mike,
to it.
pick up.
You dirty little bastard. But I can't do like, you wee shagger.
Well, I mean, from the sounds of the kids, you could just have a deep voice like that,
Yeah, you
right?
could do.
What's the cameo?
Yeah, imagine Decanio as a child. This is pretty. Actually,
Hold on,
Decanio
why
as a
don't we
child.
just
He's
more
a child,
involved?
isn't he?
Yeah.
Why don't we just get more involved?
Yeah. Oh dear. Anyway, so he laughs, offers a hand up to lift you up, but yeah, that didn't go well. Sweet. So you are walking. Some of these, Finn and Scraps seem pretty happy to walk alongside. They want to be part of the grown-ups and the men walking in. Those are they look to be the oldest. The other human girl is called Lyra. Scraps, in his incessant talking, introduces her. She's got like super straight, long black hair with these like striking green eyes. And then Elwyn, who Faven has already kind of had a bit of interaction with. So you guys make your way towards the Willow Glade. As I said, the land around is becoming more and more swampy, and as the sun really starts to settle and come down over, as you kind of get into the forest, you like lose sight of the sun before the sun's really set. So looking up, you can see the golden yellows and oranges of the sun, but as you look around, it's getting real dark in here. You can feel as well, once you start walking within some of the tree line as well, that the cold really hits in around this area. Feels a little bit spooky, knowing that what you know about the forest and what's been happening. And then you start to see the points that Lariel had warned you about. The flowers starting to change, and this almost like bioluminescence that radiates from the algae in some of the ponds and on some of the trees as it runs up. These like bright, like almost teals and greens, and as the sun slowly disappears, this almost like glow in the dark night life just starts to spring up and pop its way like along your path as you're going in the swamps, on the trees, and some of the flowers, which takes a bit of the sting out of the spookiness as you make your way towards the Willow Glade. It doesn't take you long before you start seeing more of this bioluminescence and these plants, and then you start to spot a hut here and there, and it's almost a little bit like a water village. You can see that there's some logs that have been laid down across some of the pathways as they make their way in. There's not too many of like raised bridges or anything to stay out the swamp. A lot of them are these kind of log pathways that they've got on certain bits, which go to one hut. Another hut is 5 meters over there, and another hut is a bit further back facing the opposite direction, but all of them have like grass and almost like a thatch type roof, but all covered in this moss. A lot of them already lit up in this like kind of bioluminescence. As you have found yourself on the outskirts of the Willow Glade. Congratulations.
Are there people around? Do we see any guards or anything?
Roll a perception check.
Can somebody else? Because all of my perception checks have been dog shit.
Yeah, that is very true.
I can roll.
That's 14.
14.
Do you want to look as well, Fabian?
Yeah, I'll have a look.
Cool.
It's a 12.
12. Okay, we'll take the 14. As you look around, not a lot. Give me 1 second, because the thing I was looking at is just closed down. I have too many tabs with too many little bits. You don't with the 14. As you look around, you see the other hut here and there, but the doors are closed, and yeah, there's no movement. It's actually really quiet for this time of night. It's not even that late, but there doesn't seem to be a lot of movement. At this point, you hear like the of a twig to your left, of like a branch or something that's been snapped. And as that goes, you hear from the woods around, from the left and from the right, you hear the rustling of movement, and then you just hear someone call out. Oh shit! I can't remember. I got to do the fucking voice again. What are you here for?
We're delivering these kids that we found. You want them?
Delivering kids. Where have you come from?
We've just been to the River Haven. We need to talk to some of the Fawn family.
I'd like to step forward at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't remember the grandma's name.
Lariel.
L'Oreal?
Yeah.
It was like L'Oreal. And I'd like to say, oh, hello, sir. That's it.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir. And I'd like to hold the shell in my pocket, just ready in case it goes pear shape.
You can like.
It started going pear shaped when Saga started talking.
That's why I'm holding the shell ready to go.
You see stepping out from kind of flanking you from the left and the right, from like behind some of the bushes. You can see with some of your passive perception sprays, as the light comes down, they're almost like Oh my god, I can't think of the freaking thing. Like little hidey holes within trees and with roots where like there's the hatches that have been lifted up that have covered in that leaves and stuff. As these people start appearing from things, you're like, what the hell? And as you look closer, you're like, oh shit. Yeah, you can see where that like there's areas of camouflage that have been pulled up along trees. Some of the vines that have been stretched up higher to create like camouflage nets where these guys have obviously been stationed or seen you coming in or heard you coming in and have been waiting. You see there's like 3 or 4 flanking you either side. From in front, as you're kind of looking backwards, and from in front, from one of the huts, stepping down towards you, you see like quite a slim figure, humanoid figure walking towards you on 2 feet, hood up, and then as they get about 20 foot away, you hear a voice come down and says, "Well, aren't you a sight for sore eyes?" Arta, you recognize this voice. This is the voice of someone that you have not seen for a very long time, who left before you left. It's the voice of Mira. Mira. It's like, look what the she, and she just as she sees you and says that, she says, "Cal, stand down, stand down." This, God, I don't even know what's going on with these guys. I know these guys. These are Cannon's guys. She's like, it's fine, and she comes up to you and just gives you a massive hug. She's like, "I haven't seen you in such a long time. You look shit as you always did." She's like, "You still running with Callan, with the children?"
I'd say to her, I'd say to her in Infernal.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, he kicked me out a while ago, but he seems to be doing a good job with these kids, and I gesture towards behind me.
I noticed the gesture.
Yeah.
He seems to have. You never know with that old man.
Wait, you're telling me. How the hell did you end up with these kids then?
I go back to common. There was a hole, and there was a horse, and I think they were trying to eat the inside of the horse, maybe.
She looks up at you and just like rolls her eyes, knowing what you're like. As she goes down to like look at the kids and kind of cleans up the faces, looks at the rest of you and goes, well, if you're with Arta, then you, I'm assuming you're friends. Welcome to the Willow's Glade. My name is Mira. We are part of the Thornwind Sentinels. We've been tracking your movements for a little while now, trying to work out what the hell sort of party this was. No one told me that this silly son of a bitch was at the front of it. How can we help you?
Hey, Mira, you want to buy these kids?
Saka.
Buy these children. These children are they're wanderers. Do you not know?
They're good for digging.
Wanderers? Good for digging. Okay. And she looks at Arta like, I still see you keeping some company, Arta.
I mean, I've always been good at making friends.
Really?
And then I say an Infernal. And they're useful.
She like smiles. At this point, the original, or what you know after to be the original voice that called out to you, the half orc that Mira called out as Carl, comes up to her side and says, "We must get them in if we're going to get them in." And he kind of like talking to her while she's looking, kind of knelt down with the children, but he's kind of scouting over each of your faces as you're there. And he is half orc, like quite a large, more orc than human in his size, big. And you can see will wield a lot of strength, quite an imposing figure. Once he gets up close, has a giant warhammer, and yeah, clearly he's just keeping an eye on you. As she goes, okay, now let's go. Let's get you into one of the huts. We'll get these little cherubs cleaned up, and then we'll find out what the hell's been going on with you. And then says to you, Arta in Infernal, she says, "Good to see you there, brother."
And you too, sister.
And then you'll make your way into one of the huts. So they take you in. You see as they're clearing off, the rest of the scout unit go back to almost like resetting defense, not the defenses, their camouflage, their areas, and Mira leads you off to one of these large, one of the large huts. A lot of the huts are they're what sort of size are they? They're like definitely they look bigger to be. They're single story. They have like a nice little pitch roof, like I say, all that moss and stuff surrounding them. But they look bigger than being houses. And as she lets you into one, you can see they're almost this. If imagine the room you walked into with L'Ariel, they're the similar sort of state, communal. Like some of them have got some communal living spaces. This one seems to be like a giant kind of like mess hall. There's a lot of there's like some preparation in kitchen area, and then these larger long tables. All of them are long wooden tables with wooden stools set out. As she invites you all to sit down. And then you see a few other people that are knocking around. Now, once you get into the room, you see where people had been. There was a few people not around, and as she kind of Mira walks in, she gives them a nod and says, "Don't worry about it. It's all fine." And they go back about their business and start busying themselves. And no particular set race here within fuck what this place is called, within the Willow Glade. It's again the families are a mixed bunch of outlaws and people that don't have homes or couldn't find homes elsewhere. So yeah, you see some half elves, some half orcs, a few humans knocking around, a few halflings knocking around as people start to go about their business again, and there's a bit of a hubbub. Offers you all a seat and goes to get some kind of some drinks and some waters and stuff to pop down. Gets a couple of cloths so she can start helping clean up the children, and sits down with you guys. So, I know you know Arta. Let me introduce myself. My name is Mira. I'm one of the Foreman Sentinels here. Our job is to look after the settlements of the Borderlands, trying to keep out anything that doesn't want to play nice with us, shall we say. But if you were here with my good friend, then I'm assuming you're here for a good reason, and you brought these little children over, so something's clearly going on. Opens up.
I mean, the kids, we've happened to stumble across them on the way and managed to rescue them from, okay, describe as some sort of giant bugs. But yeah, the main reason we're here is to do with the border forest itself. There seems to be some form of death bloom taking over, and we've been told of a certain kind of mushroom that can possibly help the situation. Yes, we got told to come speak to the fawns as some way of getting in contact with the Myconids.
Oh, wow.
To try and find this mushroom.
Yeah, that's interesting that's spread further than just the Borderlands. This has been something that we've been hearing more reports of and trying to deal with as best we can, being as close as we are to the forest itself. But yeah, Sarah, we have she calls herself a seer, but a mystic of sorts here who her name is Sarah, and she's been speaking of these omens, the swamp, the death of the swamp and the death of the forest, and for a long time we kind of let her run our bones. There's a couple of strange folks that live around these parts. It's never a dull day, shall we say, but yeah, we've had some interesting encounters with some of the wildlife that live here, and even some of the flora. So yeah, good to know that it's good and disconcerting, I suppose, that you guys are here from afar to deal with the same thing that we've been dealing with ourselves for a little while. The the beast you saw on the road, the Ankheg, you should have. She looks at you, Arthur. She's like, you should have seen the signs all over the place that warn for danger coming up. What are you? You forgot your training? Typical. Yeah, you gotta watch them. They got quite the spicy bite, shall we say. That acid is quite horrible. We've been out to collect a few of them. Our botanist likes to mix up some stuff. He's a big fan of us getting anything that we can harvest from anything that we have to, unfortunately, kill within the lands, the borderlands.
I
But
swear the spiders never used to be that
Just-
near roads.
well, these are not spiders. These are,
Well, you know what I mean.
yeah, the borderlands is, well, the Ankheg have always been around. We normally stay well clear of them, which is why we watch the signs on the road, Arthur, don't we? But yeah, they've been a little bit more active than usual. But it's usually they're just catching out those merchants that are trying to make a quick buck, take shortcuts across the borderlands. So no one likes to follow the routes, and we don't step in if they're going to get taken down. So yeah, it's been a while. But then the borderlands have been crazy since the bloodcaps have started wandering around, and as she says that, Scraps is like, the bloodcaps, they've got Callan, and she's like, yeah, we need to separate these things into two parts right now. So the children you found on the road, and you don't know where Callan is. And Scraps goes off into his rant again, and she kind of like calms him down and goes through. And she has a very good manner with the children, the younger child. And you are to recognize this from when you were there. Like, a lot of the relationships you had were through her having good relationships and looking after the children, and you just kind of being there. So this is not a surprise to you. As she's like, oh, Callan's been taken. Yeah, the bloodcaps are have becoming more of a problem. They're like a roaming band of bandit goblins and hobgoblins, and they've pushed out from the Iron Hills I don't know how long ago, and have just been essentially, we can't pinpoint them down. Their camp moves every couple of weeks or months, and when they hit, they ambush and they get out, and we've been trying our best to try and stay out of their harm's way, essentially. But if Cannon's been captured by them, I fear he doesn't have much of a chance. And she realizes she said this out loud in front of the children. She's like, but we'll do what we can to make sure we get him back and safe. You can stay here for now, children, as long as you need. And then she kind of waves to one of to a half elf that's kind of milling around. And she says, Alicia, can you take the children out to the thing? And she kind of takes the kids away from the table, goes to get them cleaned up in the corner, and takes them off. She's like, we can look after the children. If Callan is with the blood caps, this is something that... And she looks at you, Arthur. It's like, if we want to deal with that, that's something that we can deal with. But we definitely can put you in the right track with your finding the Myconid. If you want to go into the forest, it's not safe. It's not as safe as it was, but we can definitely give you a little bit of support and guidance. And I'm sure there's one crazy motherfucker that wouldn't mind going in there with you to get some more supplies, if that is what you need to do.
Is this going to be a case where it's I scratch your butt, you scratch mine, where we have to save Callan, and you help us with the mushroom?
You know all of our relationship with Callan, and she kind of like looks at the rest of you like, I can't even be asked to explain it. We can look after these children as much as we can, but that man has done a lot for a lot of people over the years.
He's old enough and ugly enough to look after himself. He
is. We can look after the children for now. The blood caps are a huge problem for us. We, as just the Sentinels ourselves, will not be taking them on head on in any force. But we are kind of squeezed between, what is it to say, a rock and a hard place. The forest is not safe and the borderlands are not safe, and we are stretched incredibly thin as Sentinels here. But it's I mean...
I turn round to Von Van and go, Bim Bap. You're up. This like making decisions thing, it's not for me. And then I'll go find a chair on like the edge of the room and just kind of cross my legs and close my eyes.
I mean,
As
Arlen,
I
thought
get
you'd-
up, I wink at I wink at Mira.
I thought you'd jump at the chance to be the hero again.
I ignore him.
No, I'm not saying Otto and I have a long history of Callan, and I'm not sure how much he's filled you in on his past, but he's not a bad man. He's looked after a lot of children that have lost their way, and we are two of those. So it's something we can definitely look into. The forest is clearly an incredibly pressing matter. We can get you on the road to finding what it is you need. We can do what we can with the blood caps until there's potentially a time that you are free to help. But obviously, as with everything, time is of the essence. But whilst Callan being missing is a huge worry to me personally. For the wider Fawn family, the forest and your arrival here is more ominous, shall we say? So walk me through this plan. You need to find the Myconid to get some sort of what?
So, I mean, Faywin, do you want to explain about Meadow?
I let out a big sigh. Yes, Meadow. Oh, Meadow. She's my she's my greatest friend, my oldest friend, and she worked in the border forest as one of the border patrol. And where do I begin? There was a hag, and she was absorbed by a tree, and she's never been quite the same. A druid down at the border forest, he advised that, as my friend here, Von Van, has explained about the diamond mushroom, may be her only hope, but also the key to unlocking what is really happening in the border forest to try and stop the death bloom from spreading.
I mean, the death bloom spreading would be advantageous to. I mean, I get that your friend has been tied up in this, but if there's some way of stopping whatever the hell this is, then that's definitely something that we can lend our support to.
And I think that's why this is so important. This whole journey for me has been personal for Meadow, but even traveling here, I can see the devastation that it's having on all of the local communities that we've met. We met with L'Oreal,
Because she's very
who was wonderful and such a wonderful host. But there were elementals near where she was staying, and I just fear that it's bigger than my dear friend Meadow. So any help you can give us, would be really appreciated.
No, that definitely makes sense. Well, we can get you. She's like, give me 1 second. And she gets up and goes to the door, and as she opens the door, you see stood right outside is Carl, and you would just pick up as she says, "Go and get Thistle." And he's like, oh. She's like, just go and get Thistle. And closes the door and comes back. She's like, I think. Well, like I said, there's one crazy son of a bitch who likes to go out into the forest, and we've grounded him recently because essentially we had to keep going and save the little fuck. Doesn't listen to any orders, but he is our he's the best botanist and gatherer we've got. So if you've got someone that you need to point you in the right direction of this plant that you need, he is going to be the man who's going to get you the closest. So like, that's probably the best that's probably the best we can do is give you a guide and send you off. I just ask you look after him. As annoying as he is, he He's very good at what he does. The alchemical haven that is Willowglade would not function as well without him risking it all to go and get whatever he needs from whichever hole, tree, cave that requires it. And she's like, whilst we, let me get you some foods and stuff. And she goes and gets like a few, like a very basic like flatbreads and stuff that's cooked on, well, barely cooked. Lots of vegetables, no meats. In just like the small snack and stuff she gets here, she's like, oh, you must be hungry. Kind of throw some stuff out so you guys can take some food and drink from where you are. As you hear the footsteps coming back. As the door is opened by Carl, and between his legs walks a halfling, same size roughly as Corin. Has looks like is in like almost like a dressing. I don't want to say like a kimono, but in my head it is like a kimono. Green kimono, big, almost like Ugg type boots. Looks like it's dressed down for the evening, definitely. Tied up, and then has a little bum bag on his side as well, which is made out of like patchwork leather as he comes in. Jesus Christ, what am I trying to do next time again now, haven't I? It's like, well, what have we got here then? I hear, Mira, you need me, and we've got some visitors. Hello. And he walks onto you. He's like, Thistlebrandford at your service. How can I be of service? As he leans on the side of the table, the kind of kimono slips a little bit. You get like kind of the edge of nipple and a nice tuft of like almost ginger chest hair pops through.
Nipples.
Nipples. So I hear you need me services.
Yes, Thistle. We need to head into the forest. He
looks at Mira and she's just like nods.
We need to make contact with the Myconids. We need to find a diamond mushroom.
Oh my, a diamond mushroom! I have not seen a diamond mushroom. Well, I mean, my services are definitely required here then. You know it's not safe out there. These guys have grounded me for weeks now. I can't go anywhere without... Well, I used to go with a guard and then I snuck out a few times. But that's not going to be safe.
We understand it's not safe, but I feel like it's needed for the wider picture, you know. We need to solve what's going on in the border forest.
Don't get me wrong, I'm 100% in on this. If I can get out and get into the forest again, it makes me very, very happy. But I'm just warning you now, I'm quite adept at sneaking in and out of places and getting what I need quietly. You lot aren't. I'm just letting you know that if it all goes wrong, we'll have to run away because it's very dangerous. But as long as you're in for the danger, let's go.
I mean, you said you're good at sneaking, right? I'm
very good at sneaking, as his nipple fully pops out. But I can't say the same for the rest of you. I'm not saying I'll leave you behind, but, one's got to look after oneself. To be sure.
I'm snoring at this point.
Yeah.
I'd kick Arthur as he's snoring.
I open my eyes and keep making snoring noises. I'm just giving him side eye.
I like it. He goes, well, there's not much we can do now. It's getting into the evening, but we can set off as bright as early as you want in the morning. And, I haven't been in touch or seen the Myconid in quite a while. I've not been out in the forest for a bit, but I know the general direction. I'm sure we can get us close enough. He's like, you know of the ruins within the forest? They used to be up in the ruins, but I'm not sure if they've moved on from there. You know the Myconid, they're always moving all the time, but we'll try a few little places. As long as you guys bring your wits and your weapons, I'll lead you to where you need to go, probably. And and he kind of looks towards Mira. He's like, so it looks like I'm allowed to go into the forest then? And she's like, yes, if you'll be the guide for our new friends here, who are on a very important mission. So you need to make sure that you take them straight there and straight back. No diversions. No little side missions, Thistle. Just get what these guys need and get back. Get whatever you can get on the way, of course. But this is an important one. And he's like, just gives you a little wink.
Can I hear this conversation? From
Yeah. You're all at the table, sat with these as they sat there.
I say aloud. I've kind of got my hand up, kind of like a very excited child. And I'm like, pick me. I don't know if avoiding side things is really our style. And I gesture at the rest of them.
Yeah. He's just like, do you see the smile on his face? It's like, it's a little bit bigger.
I think we'll get along, Thistle.
I think we'll get along just fine. I tell you, the border forest is so beautiful. When you get out there, there's a lot to see and find now. But it's going to be fun. Well, I mean, I'm going to need to go and pack and prepare and, get out the maps for where the ruins and the old Myconic cave used to be. But you got any questions from Mira? Anything you need me to do, guys? Any questions? You're going to be very lucky. We're in for quite a treat. No. Well,
no.
I'm
Not from me.
assuming you're staying here. If you are, have a lovely night's rest. Just make sure you're up nice and early. We'll be going with the sun, just to try and beat some of the creepy crawlies before they get out of bed. Get them on the night shift. When the night ones go to sleep and the day ones come up, that's when we'll leave. So as the sun rises, I'll be in to wake you up. Don't worry. Lovely. So he gets pops up, sees there's no questions. I'm assuming no questions, and heads towards the door. He gives the little as he gets to the door. The little jump side heel click. As a very excited halfling has been ungrounded and is allowed out into the border forest for the first time. And as he gets out the door, he can go, "Carl, I'm leaving for the forest tomorrow, boy." And he goes, "Oh," trots off out. So you can see that's Thistle. He's quite enthusiastic, shall we say? But we can put you up in one of the communal huts for the evening. Get you a nice rest, and I'll leave it up to him for the day. I'll try and find out what I can from the kids about the blood caps and Callan for probably your return now. But it's one to think about, Arthur.
It is what it is. Have you got any good booze around here?
Again, there's some booze. It's not what you find in the city. It's more like the stuff we used to brew ourselves. It's the glade itself is full of all kinds of kind of alchemists and herbalists, and they make some potent stuff. The taste isn't so good, but the kick is real good. So we can get you some spirits.
Hey, that reminds me, I still got half a bottle of rum in my bag.
Oh, there you go.
Sounds like a party.
She's like, well, if you won't mind sharing, I won't mind a little bit of rum. I haven't been into the city for many a month, maybe even a year now. So, share and share alike. We're all friends and family now.
We are.
We are, yeah. Was that a question or a statement?
I think it was just words that are like niceties but don't mean what they actually mean, because I don't know what the word. I can't think of what the word is.
Yeah.
Platitudes.
That's a big word for a little dragon.
Really big word.
I know words.
Cool.
I pull out the bottle of rum and push it towards Arthur's friend, whose name I can't remember.
Mira.
I won't remember that.
She nods and then pours a little bit into, almost throws the water out of the small little glass that she had, and then pops in a little bit of rum. gives you a little nod. Straight down the hatch with the wand. She's like, it's been a while. So, yeah, I mean, you're free to, we'll get someone to show you into the communal cabins. Feel free to sit around. We can sit and, I don't plan on going back to watch this evening after this excitement. We'll leave that to Carl, hey? And he like bangs the door. But yeah, you have the evening. The children have been taken away to be washed, cleaned up. You have a night's rest. The time is for yourselves. If you would like to do anything, converse with each other about the day you've just had before you rest.
Faywin, what's the deal with those arrows you found?
Seeing as I would have had them, would that have been enough time for me to work out what they are, or do I need like a undisturbed looking at them?
I had to stare at my sword for like an hour.
You have to stare at it for an hour. You probably would have had enough time with if you had spent the time on the horse ride and a little bit of the conversation now, you could probably glean that they are definitely magical arrows. In some form.
They seem to be magical arrows of some form, Saga. But it doesn't mean that you can have them.
What am I going to do with an arrow?
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll try and sell it, Saga. Or eat it.
That's a good point. I would try and sell it.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Are they magical arrows of weasel slaying?
You're testing my patience, Kobold.
You are testing my patience, Kobold. You will die here today. Nice. Yeah, so it's up to you. A lot of stuff's happened. If you've got nothing to chat through, you can take your leave to your beds and take a long rest. It's up to you.
I'm just going to turn around to R and say, so who's this friend of yours that's missing?
Who is Callan? He's a pain in the ass, is what he is.
I think as you say, who is Callan, Mira will be like, well, this is going to be a story. And kind of like kicks back on the chair to listen to what you say from here.
I kind of hold out my glass for like, to like receive a bit of rum.
Mm-hmm.
Where do I start? And I look at the rum, gesture at Zag. I'm like,
You make him pour it for you.
Oh, I don't have the bottle. I slid it over to your friend.
She slid it back.
Oh.
Well, you're all on the table, so the bottles are sliding between the like.
I
middle
pour
of
pour some rum into my glass and I drink it. Take a sip. I'm like, Callan. And then I finish my rum and go to bed.
I turn to what's her name and
Mira.
say, "Has he always been like this?"
Oh, yeah, of course he's always been like this. Man, I've never known someone so lazy get so much favor with a man before, but yep, that was Arthur. We kept him out of trouble. But he has his uses. He comes up trumps when he needs to come up trumps. Unfortunately, it is literally only when he needs to come up trumps. You're not going to get any more than that. But yeah, he's saved my bacon a few times.
Well, he likes to think he saved ours. We let him think that.
Yeah, he gets that a lot. I think sometimes you just gotta let him have a win every so often because it keeps him on side. But yeah, no, he was always good. I mean, the kids liked him even if he didn't like them, so that was always fun. But yeah, I haven't seen him for 5, 6, 7 years even now.
What's the deal with the kids? Are they his?
No, the kids. They're majority orphans from some place or town. They'll all have their own stories. We all did. Not that any of them mattered, but no, Callan's, he amasses a group of wanderers, I suppose. They he has a way of finding children that need a way out or a new life or somewhere to go. So no, not Arthur's children, not Callan's children. But we are all siblings, I suppose.
So you're saying they're not for sale?
No, he's not a slave driver.
Well, no, I was going to sell them. We found them.
You want to sell children? What the? Oh,
Ignore him, Mira.
Arthur's already gone. There's a look of worry from Mira's face. Sell children. You're not from round here. Not from round here, is he?
No, I'm not from around here at all.
Yeah, we can tell that. No, we don't sell children around here. A lot of what the forest does, a lot of the border, even the Fawn families themselves are just greater extensions of what Callum was doing out with us on the road. These are families of misfits. We're not actually a family themselves. We're from all walks of life, but if someone can't find a home, can't find a way, they usually find their way to the borderlands.
It sounds like our group.
Yep, but we don't sell children, so I suppose.
Well,
That's
apparently I'm not
neither
allowed
do we.
to, so, yeah.
Yeah, it does feel like there's there's a lot of strange things happening at the moment, but like I say, kind of disconcerting that the things that we felt we were dealing with just in the borderlands, now you city folk are coming in and worrying about the same things. That's never a good sign.
Oh yeah, we up in the forest near Redvant, we killed a troll and then we killed a displacer beast. We fucked up some trees.
Okay, you fucked up some. I mean, that was going real well until you said you fucked up some trees, but
well, the trees
good.
were trying to kill us.
Oh my God! Yeah, we had the same sort of thing. The floor is coming alive. It's that's okay. So that's as far up as Redvant as well. That's even more worrying.
Yeah, it seems to be spreading at an alarming rate.
Will Mira? Yeah, Mira would know. She looks towards you, Vaughn, and says, "Like you're. I mean, pardon me for making assumptions, but you are from the forest. You are a wood elf. Do you know any more of this? Are you from the border, or kind of what do you know about what's going on?"
To be honest, I don't know much about what's going on. I've never experienced this. I'm from a small village out to the west. I've never experienced the likes of this before.
She doesn't take any more of your rum. Pours out a clear spirit, and if anyone had taken this one, it's very minty, almost like a mouth, kind of similar to a mouthwash in like hit of spearmint flavor, but with the booze on the back end of it. She just pours it out a little shot of that and drinks it down after, kind of contemplating what you do with the information that it's all starting to compile together. She's got there. Yeah, it's like I say, it's getting kind of wild out there. We have to keep the guys safe as much as we can, but yeah, we are in a bit of a shit sandwich. The forest is not our friend to the south, and the bloodcaps are definitely not our friends to the north. So fun times ahead.
Well, I say, we'll do whatever we can to help with both situations. Obviously we need to find this mushroom first, so then say when we get back we can hopefully help you with your blood cap problem.
Yeah, they are ordinarily wouldn't be so much of an issue, but they are causing us some level of shit. She kicks back and off her chair to stand up and says, "I'm gonna head out, maybe get one last scout round to check everything's all good. Please make your way." She points. The woman that took away the half elf that took away the kids is gonna come back. She says, Alicia, I think her name was, is gonna show you to your room. It's like, if you need anything, let me know. But good luck with this all. I don't think I'll see you tomorrow. We will probably be out and on the scout again. If there's anything the Fallen Sentinels can do to help, we will be sure to do so. But good luck. We'll try and get as much as we can from the children. We'll keep them safe here, of course. And then compile whatever we can on the blood caps. See if we can pinpoint them down to a location. And like I say, this... What you're dealing with is of greater importance than one missing dwarf. But I know he's a good man, and you never like to see good people be taken for no reason. Some of the merchants that go missing, maybe you can sign off. But yeah, Cannon's not a bad man. She kind of tips her glass upside down, kind of gives you a nod, and heads for the door.
Thank you, Mira. Thank you for your hospitality as well.
She's like, enjoy the Willow Glade. Definitely whilst it's still here. She's like, it is something else in the dead of night and something completely different in the morning. She's like, enjoy it. She kind of gives you a nod, slips out.
And with that, Zag is going to get up and go get some sleep as well.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So yeah, as you head out, I'm trying to name was Elysium. She kind of points you out to a hut that's like 2 over, and that lets you know that's kind of the communal area. That there's some like wash basins and stuff in there for like getting yourself clean, and then it's just like a communal like barrack essentially. Lots of different cots set up with small either like what are they freaking called? Like partition walls, like flat that you can flap up and flat in that you can pull out between each of the beds. Depending on who's in there at whatever time, it looks like you can create mini rooms with 3 or 4 beds in if you needed to. But there's about 10 or 12 beds in here. With washroom and facilities, as you all can make your way. As you come out and find Arta, would you have made your way there being pointed to, or was there anything you wanted to do after you left?
I would have just been pointed towards sleeping arrangements.
So yeah, as you kind of make your way there, you see Arta's already claimed a bed.
The comfiest bed.
Mm-hmm. Very used to the shotgun rules of get there first. No, means you get the best sleeping spot. Anybody else for anybody else? Anything you want to do? Chat before you head in or heading and get your long rest?
I'll just probably take my long rest like later on, just to take in a bit of like the whole bioluminescent aura of the place, just to take it in a bit with the overnight to see what it's like at full night.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Anybody else? Kinsey already fallen asleep.
Nope.
Cool. So yeah, the rest of you head out. Yeah, the beds are fairly comfy, made mostly of like natural material. There's no like straw mattresses or anything. A lot of them are like laced or like latticed, almost like palm fronds, but not quite palm fronds. And the beds are quite low to the ground, fairly comfortable for what they are. Almost like hammock-like in their comfort of like wrapping you within things. And there's some nice, real soft, almost like thinly stripped bamboo sheets and stuff. So it's a pretty nice little sleep. Very like wanky yoga retreat, I think is probably how I would describe it if it wasn't medieval. And
yoga
then
or yogi?
Yeah, yoga. Not Yogi Bear. There's not honey everywhere. Von, as you take yours a bit later and kind of sit out and watch, you see a few of the former sentinels moving around and setting stuff up. But yeah, you see the full kind of transition as you settle into the sounds of just what's going on. It is you hear like the odd like ripple and drip of water that moves around. You see the kind of lily pads as they move through the night of hours, and that's where you see like the movement of they cause the movement, and almost it's like rivers kind of form within the ponds of this like bioluminescent moss that kind of algae that kind of floats on the surface and moves. You then catch and hear amphibious creatures, frogs, lots of different sounds of deeper groans from frogs, as well as the kind of lighter sounds, some crickets, some bits, fireflies that kind of appear for a brief probably half an hour, 45-minute period, and kind of float around, almost like swallow patterns across different areas of the thing. And it is like a very peaceful, almost like light show, where the sounds that you pick up are just the sounds of the forest as they go. The frogs moving and splashing as they move, the odd fish that, or some sort of water-based creature that splashes in the water as it moves on. Very, very peaceful, very calming. And as the night clears, a almost uninterrupted view of the stars as well. You're not near a city. You're not near any form of lateral light. The lights and the candles that are on some of the huts are very dim and covered in. So you mainly are relying at this time of night on your kind of like on your night vision, on your dark vision. As a lot, near like 90% of the races have dark vision, right? So at this time of night, they keep the light super low to keep the Willowglade kind of hidden and to keep their presence in the forest undisturbed. But yeah, you get probably one of the clearest views you've had of the stars for weeks.
Which excites one, Van.
Yeah.
'Cause,
It's
been a while since he's.
Inside a tent.
He's pitching. I really like stars. Nice. And yeah, once you've enjoyed that, it is a site you've probably not. You would have been within the forest with the elves, but not so much the swamps. The elves of the border forest live mainly off the floor and mainly within the depths of the forest. And there's a bit of masonry and like towers and stuff that live within. Not down at the swamp level. It's like a different environment than you used to, but
yeah,
very peaceful. As you then head to bed and get to your long rest, so you can all take your long rest, and we will pick up next time as you awake in the Willow Glade. And I'm sure if you don't get up in time, young Thistlebram, what his name is, Bramblefoot, will be there to get you going. The excited halfling is ready to take you out on a journey into the forest to find the Might Gornind. That's where we end. Does anyone have any questions? Anything you want to add before?
No.
Yeah.
Lovely. So you get a nice peaceful rest. You saved some children, just about. I'm not sure you wanted to, but you did it.
Tried to sell them.
You tried to sell them.
Multiple times.
Yeah. Found some bits over the night as well with your you'll need to only sleep. Faywin, you would have enough time to attune essentially, or to work out exactly what those arrows do for the morning.
Will I know that next time we play?
Yes. Yeah, you would have been able to, because you didn't take 4 hours sleep, right? You'd have been able to spend the rest of it trying to work out exactly what's going on, like almost testing it to the extent to find out roughly. Yeah, you have a pretty good idea what they do, and then when you find out. But they are limited ammunition, so you have those 5, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, perfect. So we will be back next week, looking like Wednesday.
Tuesday?
Tuesday?
I think, was it Tuesday? Whichever had the most votes. Oh, was it Tuesday?
I think it was Tuesday at the most, yeah.
Yeah, so likely Tuesday